Leave it all on the ice. The Flyers to remain alive. The Lightning to keep the Flyers from ever leaving Philly. Each night a new hero has stepped up. And each night another hero has fallen to the maniacal pace, the vicious hits, and the unbearable battles with their own psyche. For the Lightning, the Stanley Cup Finals is one win away. For the Flyers, the two victories they need create desperation. How far will they push themselves tonight until there is nothing left? Lightning Flyers, the Eastern Conference Finals. Our coverage of the Stanley Cup playoffs continues here in ESPN2. The Philadelphia fans wearing their Orange Crush t-shirts again, hoping they can help extend this to a 7-game series. Welcome, everybody. I'm Gary Thorne along with Bill Clement. Philadelphia, for the first time, a must-win. Tampa Bay a victory. They go to the finals. Brad Richards, 2 power play goals in the last game, Bill, and 5 game winners this year.
Well, Gary, we spent a lot of time in this series talking about Vincent Lecavalier and Martin St. Louis. What Tampa Bay has going for them, they have proven they're more than a one-line team. Brad Richards has been sensational. He has scored 7 goals in the last 7 games. And here's the thing about Brad Richards. What he is proving to the world is this. The bigger the stage, the better he gets and the bigger he plays. As long as he's on top of his game, Tampa Bay will be fine here in Game 6.
For the Philadelphia Flyers, it is a must-win game. When you get to this point, you look to your named players.
Yeah, I look to some of the regular season numbers. I look at Mark Recchi. He led the Flyers in total points in the regular season. Besides that, he's one of their inspirational leaders. He will be counted on here in Game 6. The other guy was built for prime time. We know JR is banged up, but he lives for moments like this. Both Mark Recchi and Jeremy Roenick will find themselves with different line mates. Ken Hitchcock has reshuffled the deck here for Game 6.
So it is one of those games for the Philadelphia Flyers, a must-win or their season is over. Joe Micheletti will join us when we come back. Dave Anderchuk has never been to the finals. Will the night be the night? And Primo, the leader.
We have so many stories in the archives. If you know what's worked in the past, there's no question about what you should be doing in the present and in the future. Every time new technology has emerged, the result of it has been to make banking easier for you and me. And we built the first computer used in banking. But before we could do that, we had to have a machine-readable numbering system. So we invented those little numbers. Because we had all of that in place, we could launch the first nationally accepted credit card, which changed the nature of money for people. I'm Kathleen Collins, and I'm the corporate archivist for Bank of America. Our Texas banks were the very first who developed financial products that could enable oil exploration. We had a hand in building the first bridge across the Mississippi River. Even in the building of the Golden Gate Bridge, well, other bankers said it was financial suicide. We wouldn't have this bridge if it weren't for the bank. It's a very noble history, and I'm proud to be part of Bank of America.
Bank of America. Higher standards.
In the town of Stepford.
Stepford is family paradise. There's no crime and no poverty and no pushing.
The women are perfect.
Good morning, Joanne. These Stepford women are a whole other dimension.
But behind every perfect woman is a perfect plan.
Now you're one of us. Imagine if you could streamline your spouse, overhaul every physical flaw.
What have they done to you?
The Stepford Wives.
Don't be afraid.
Starts Friday, June 11th, only in theaters.
Nature fanatic, health nut. Grape nut eaters have been called many things. Fortunately, they haven't heard a word of it. The unique nutty crunch and delicious taste of grape nuts. Live life your own way.
How did we get the natural fiber of Metamucil powder into convenient capsules? Let's just say it wasn't easy. All the benefits of Metamucil in capsules. Get regular, stay regular. The convenient way.
I want to talk about meat, want to talk about fire, want to talk about barbecue on my meat mouth.
Applebee's new honey barbecue baby back ribs. Talk about good.
But for ribs like these, I want to talk Applebee's.
Eating good in the neighborhood.
There's nothing like it. No other trophy measures up. Lord Stanley's Cup. For 111 years, it symbolized excellence. This 35 pounds of etched sterling silver has united legions in one glorious pursuit. The names of 2,272 champions engraved here make this history. In the quest for immortality, 4 teams remain, but only one will get it.
Welcome back to Philadelphia in the Wachovia Center, where outside it's fairly quiet. It's a different story inside as these two teams get ready to go at it. Dave Anderchuk, the captain of the Tampa Bay Lightning, has never been to the finals, but he has lost twice in a Game 7. Before his team stepped on the ice in this game, he told his team, don't wait for Game 7. Let's finish this off tonight. Now, as far as the captain of the Flyers is concerned, Keith Primo, he's been to the finals before, but he told his team before this game, we have an opportunity here. The pressure is on Tampa Bay to try and close this thing out. Let's take advantage of the opportunity. And here come the Flyers, and their fans are willing them to a Game 7. The Philadelphia Flyers are trying to force this to a Game 7. Tampa Bay wants to get to the finals. Game 6 next.
IT.
Problem.
Try rebooting.
Already did. Meeting in minutes.
Run utilities.
Not good.
Alt FX.
It's getting worse. Something's happening.
Hit escape.
There is no escape.
Problem solved.
What?
Replaced.
How'd you do that?
Coast to coast walkie-talkies get it done. Nextel.
Why so grumpy, Mr. Frumpy?
That was the worst meeting this week.
No, we've had worse.
You forgot the presentation.
Yeah, but I brought the bag.
You couldn't answer any of that question.
Sometimes it's what's not said that's important. Let me show you something. Now, see, I didn't say something. Did you feel that?
Why did we even come on this trip?
$139 a week for any compact car at budget. For irresistible prices on irresistible cars, call 1-800-BUDGET-7 or visit budget.com.
Ah, spring. Time for the sweet sounds of pucks ringing the post and big-time hits. Before you get cup crazy, get Java technology from Sun Microsystems. It's in millions of phones, computers, and smart Java cards. And it connects you to the best NHL action. Use your Java-powered phone or computer for a secure connection to live scores and games like NHL Power Shot Hockey. Get in the game at java.com or nhl.com. Sun Microsystems. The network is the computer. Got it. A1 steak sauce. Yeah, it's that important.
There are goals. And then there are goals. The Stanley Cup Finals on ESPN begins Tuesday at 7:30.
Miss Moore, this is McMillan's department store again, and
Hi, this is Sandra with First National calling to remind you of your way. Right, our records show you haven't made a payment in
When you're in debt, there's only one way to get your life back, and that is to get out of debt. Money Management International can help. It's not another loan. It's not bankruptcy. It's Money Management International. If you want the collection calls to stop, gather your bills together and call this number, 1-888-862-3663. In just minutes, our counselors will start you on a plan to free you of debt. We have relationships with over 50,000 banks and creditors, and we work with them to lower your monthly payments and reduce or even eliminate interest charges altogether. And we help make the phone calls stop. MMI is a nonprofit organization that has helped thousands of people just like you get out of debt. So stop the phone calls and get back to life with one simple call to MMI at 1-888-862-3663.
Stanley Cup playoffs on ESPN2. Brought to you by Bud Light, the proud sponsor of the NHL. Fresh, smooth, real Bud Light. It's all here. Nissan, who invites you to shift the way you move through the world. And Southwest Airlines, the official airline of the National Hockey League. Southwest Airlines, a symbol of freedom.
The Calgary Flames await the winner. We await a start that may include fisticuffs before we drop the puck. Gary Fraser has had to go over and already break up Rasheer.
And Andre Waugh and Radovojevich switched with Brashear so he could line up against Waugh.
They started what we have, we think, are the 2 fourth lines. But Philadelphia has seriously changed their lines for this game. And maybe this isn't the 4th line.
Yeah, we're not sure. We're going to have to see who gets all the ice time. Nevertheless, the tough guys have started for both teams. Andre Waugh for Tampa Bay. And Brashear stays over there. He stays on the right side.
Wow, Brashear putting a couple of big hits on early. So Kerry Fraser, along with Stephen Wacom, the referees tonight, already know. Corey Sarge in the corner. Donald Brashear taken down by Pratt. Radovojevich behind the net for the Flyers. Lost it near side. Moved back up and out of the zone on the big flip. Nets cash is a scratch tonight for Tampa Bay, along with Clymer, Perrin, and Rumble. They are not making changes there as John Tortorella. His team only needs one more win. It's going right. Don't change it.
Here's been the problem in this series for both teams. They have not been able to bring the desperation in consecutive games. They have taken turns. If John Tortorella's guys can bring it, they'll be in good shape. You know the Flyers are going to play desperate hockey here.
Radovan Somik, a right hand injury, is a scratch tonight. Dennis Seidenberg, as a result, is going to play and will be in the lineup for yet another game. And Sammy Kapanen will go from defense to forward tonight, so we'll see him up front.
With Pitkanen back in the lineup, too, but you can imagine the Flyers are going to ride 4 defensemen. I can't see Pitkanen and Seidenberg playing together.
And they warmed up together, so may not get to see much ice time. That'll be touched up for an icing. And we start early with some whistles and a non-flow. Nikolai Habibulin, Tampa Bay netminder.
Never a bigger game in his National Hockey League career. He was sensational in Game 6. I don't even think he has to be as good as he was the second half of Game 6 to be effective here, because he was all-world in Game 5.
He's put up that huge save percentage for the entire playoffs, but in this series, it's only .903. We were talking about that the other night. Both of these goaltenders, Esch and Habibulin, have not been the dominating factors in the series, even though both have had spectacular sections of play.
But boy, was Habibulin good when they needed him in Game 5. That's what counts. How good are you when the team needs you the most?
And that third period, Habibulin was fantastic, going 13 for 13 in saves in the third when Philadelphia put the heat on. Flyers, Johnson back the other way. Seidenberg tried to dump it in. Kapanen, who's playing the forward on this line, lost it. Here's a 2-on-1. Lecavalier in shot. Scores! Vinny Lecavalier! A turnover by Philadelphia. And Tampa Bay is on the board.
Dennis Seidenberg tried a little backhand chip to Sammy Kapanen when he needed to get the puck in deep. The Flyers have made a huge mistake early, as they did in Game 5, and they paid for this one. Lecavalier in a 2-on-1 using a decoy. Kim Johnson back. Singh right inside the far post for a 1-0 Tampa Bay lead. It is a game of mistakes, and just as the Flyers started Game 5, they have made a huge mistake here in Game 6.
Vinny Lecavalier, his 8th goal of the playoffs, just a minute 28 into this game. And Tampa Bay's got the 1-0 lead. Tampa Bay's 9-1 when they score the first goal. Touched up for an icing call, and they score on their first shot. Teams scoring first have had an enormous advantage throughout these playoffs. Tampa Bay 9-1, Philadelphia 9-2.
Dennis Seidenberg right now wants to crawl into a hole, but there is not a hole for him. Robert Esch held his ground. Esch couldn't go down on the butterfly until he was sure Lecavalier was going to shoot. By the time he shot, it was too late.
Lecavalier's got a 5-game scoring streak now with 3 goals and 2 assists in the last 5 games. That goal at a minute 28 is his 8th of the playoffs. St. Louis the assist. Gagne's shot, save made, Habibulin. Habibulin got banged on the head by Sador, his own teammate. Took a stick to the head and was shaking his head, trying to get his mask back on.
Here's one of the new Flyers lines. Roenick is out there with Primo and Gagne.
That is Sador defensively. Primo the hit on Sador, but he cleared it up in a 3-on-2 the other way. Now 3-on-3 Flyers get back whistled on the offside. So Robert Esch, the first shot at a 2-on-1 buy-in.
What a tough way to start. But I have a tough time with anybody trying to saddle any of the problems that the Flyers have dug for themselves, being down 3-2 on Robert Esch. Yes, he did have a bad outing. Habibulin had a bad outing in this series. He was pulled. Look at the goals that were scored. That last shot from Lecavalier was off the post.
And an on-man rush.
Yeah.
That'll be dumped up into the Philadelphia bench. The odd man rushes in the series now. Tampa Bay's had 11, and they have scored 4 goals off them. Philadelphia's had 17 and scored 3.
The other issue is this. Dennis Seidenberg, we know, is only playing his 2nd game of the playoffs, and you don't want him out there against Vincent Lecavalier. That's what John Tortorella was able to do on that shift.
Got a big change early. St. Louis put the hit on the far side for Tampa Bay. Philadelphia came out wanting to use muscle. Jesus, this new line. That puck came over the net and into the paint as Javi Bullen was trying to find it. Wow. St. Louis in the corner. John Leclerc. Leclerc, Amati, and Jesus are together on this line.
Second set of wingers for Jesus.
Jesus, who's had a fine playoff year, although it's gone a little shy of late. He's picked up 3 goals and an assist in the series. Looking, Jesus, front of the net shot. Javi Bullen with Amati reaching, hangs on, and Amati gets nailed for a couple of extra shots on the goaltender with his stick.
Well, welcome to life in the blender. Oh, man. Corey Saric just took a straight right from Michael Jesus, and that had to hurt. Saric's eyes are both black still from a stick he took from Gagne in Game 4.
Gary Fraser's going to take at least 1 here. Jesus is still pushing and shoving. Well, let's see who's going to go. Fraser's trying to wave somebody over here to the box, and it may be more than one.
Nolan Pratt is without his gloves, his stick.
Philadelphia, 2 minutes each roughing.
Amati and Pratt, it looks like.
The matching minors.
Here's what Tortorella, I think, is hot about. We might have it for you. See number 26 in black? Can we see this here? Here he comes, and boom. Well, he got him in the chin, luckily, not in the nose. But he could have gotten an extra 2 for that if somebody had seen it. But when you're standing there in the crowd, you've got to have omnivision to see it all.
Tortorella walking the bench, talking to Kerry Fraser, but no call. So Amati and Pratt both go for roughing at the 3:02 mark, the first penalties of the game, and we'll skate 4-on-4. Tampa Bay 5-1 on the road this playoff year. They've outscored the opposition 20-8 now in road games. Intercepted behind the net. Zhamnov. Sador took it back. Kapanen up on the check. Cleared around for Brad Richards. What a playoff Brad Richards is having. Tied for 2nd in the league in goals with 8, and his 14 points. Tied for 5th overall.
Gary, there was no indication from last year's playoff run that Tampa Bay had that Richards had the ability to be a big game player in the NHL. Well, guess what? He's on board now.
Kubina dumped it in, and moving around was Esch. And Tampa Bay made sure they did not get back and pick up any other penalty for goaltender interference. Kapanen in. Great speed. Kapanen, Kubina almost lost him. In behind the net, Kubina played 2 men as he held on to Zhamnov that time. Moved back out of the zone. Markov tips it ahead to Zhamnov. He gets taken down far side. No call. Kapanen. Side man, Javi Bullen. All of a sudden, Kapanen had the puck all by himself. Corey Stillman, a blue liner save made off the pad of Esch. Still a 4-on-4 for another minute here, and it is wide open hockey. Corey Saric wide. It stayed in. No. Came outside the line.
Another line combination for the Flyers. We'll have Zhamnov in the middle with Recchi on one side, and this man, Sami Kapanen, moved up from defense the last game. Zhamnov was taken down on the play, but was still able to make an incredible one-hand pass to Sami Kapanen. But Javi Bullen has been a wall on sharp angle shots in this series. If you're going to beat him, you're going to have to beat him right up under the crossbar, short side high. There is nothing else to shoot at.
49 seconds left in the 4-on-4 situation. Tampa Bay the early lead, 1-0, scoring in their first shot. Good back-checking job to intercept and not moved out of the zone. St. Louis got back, batted at it, couldn't get it. Left over here to Roenick. Roenick looking to the middle. Roenick to the dot. Guns it down low to Recchi. Roenick is cutting. Great poke check by Sador. Goes off the back of the net. Sador will come back to play it. 23 left in the 4-on-4. Sador's got Lecavalier on the right. Leaves it. Lecavalier, the intended, blocked away to center. Then Louis tried to find Lecavalier, but he was on the other side of the ice. Boyle will send it into the corner. Stillman, the intended, a shot. Save made. Esch. He'll leave it behind the net. 5 left in the 4-on-4. Primo's been the horse in this series for Philadelphia. Lost control of that one out of the box. Pratt He lost it. Amati looking into the middle. He's got Primo. Amati shot. Ripped up and over. Khabibulin may have gotten a piece. Markov sends it into the middle. Boyle clears it onto the bench.
Tony Amati had a split-second window to get the puck across to Keith Primo. When he didn't, it closed up. Then he was forced to go where I was talking about, short side eye. There's the window. Nope, closed. Can't get it to him. Help came back. He was trying to, but even there, you can see there is not much twine. When Nikolai Khabibulin stands up, he has some kind of wide wall in there.
He's had just 2 assists in the last 8 games. Tony Amati from the point. Khabibulin watched another block made. Donald Brashear. Save made Khabibulin. Brashear dumped that one, got it back, turned it up near side, not into the middle. Now they got to hustle back on defensive. Fedosenkov leading the rush. He sends it in behind the net. Hit put on. Cleared around the near side boards after Dingman got tied up. Good play by Corey Sarge on the step up. Markov will pick it up. Markov looking. Fedosenkov took the puck away as he hesitated. You can't do that against Tampa Bay. Held in near side. Dingman batting at it. Lost away. Handzus cleared far side. Markov over to get it. And he'll skate it back into his end. Manny Markov, who in the series is a +5, the leading plus-minus man in the series for either team. Cleared off the boards and up the near side. Tamander wanted to reach, couldn't get it. St. Louis on the right side, just missed. He had gotten around Tamander. Tamander takes him to the wall. Down goes St. Louis. Cleared in, shot deflected off a defenseman to the near side. Good chance right there, Tampa Bay, with Brad Richards getting the opportunity. Kapanen moved it up, poke check, they get a clear. So Zhamnov had to send it back. Johnson will go back to get it. Johnson, with both teams changing, dumped in wide of the net. And looking, they cleared around the near side. Philadelphia trying to keep that forechecking heat on. Tampa Bay trying to break it with long cross ice passes. The Cavaliers got the goal. Save off the blocker.
Boy, has his wrist shot gotten better every year. Man, can he ever launch him?
It is quick and in a hurry it goes. He's out there with a full line now. Waugh down into the corner. Steven Wacom.
Primo got it.
Wow, that was a pretty good hit. Wacom right back up the official. Waugh's got it. Waugh leaves it near side. Dumped it deeper by Fedotenko. There's LeCavalier. Jeremy Roenick coming over. Hit by Waugh. Cleared at Primo. His pass intercepted by Kubina. The tension and the fury of a must-win game for Philadelphia is clearly evident here, and Tampa Bay has risen to the occasion early in the first period with a 1-0 lead. Gagne's on the near side. Primo. Gagne scores!
Talk about stepping up. Jeremy Roenick with a little flip in, and then Keith Primo's size, I think, confused 2 defenders. How about this for a beautiful goal? Check it out. You might as well clean off a spot on the museum wall, because this finish is a work of art by Simon Gagne. Out of midair to the shelf, and the Flyers have tied it.
Great play by Gagne on a kick pass by Primo. It is a 1-1 game. First goal that he has picked up in 8 games. So there's one of the people not scoring that the Flyers need to score. Who scores? Handzus to Leclerc. Leclerc looking into the middle. Couldn't find anybody. Taken off the puck near side. Stillman reached. Amati blocked it. Amati holds it in. Amati, Handzus, and Leclerc together. Back down low. Intercepted. Cleared up to Stillman. Stillman will move it out after Corey Sarge. Intercepted. In. Cross ice pass broken up. Good play by Malakoff. Malakoff's got Leclerc up ice already. Leclerc, Malakoff a trailer. Leclerc way back. Seidenberg a shot. Save made. Khabibulin reach. That taken away by his own player as Boyle knocked it down.
Boy, would Dennis Seidenberg have wanted that to go in? The weight of the world that is now crushing his shoulders would have been lifted.
His mistake resulted in the odd man that created the Tampa Bay goal. They've answered it, though, here. 7:23. Gagne's first of this series, 4th of the playoffs. Primo and Roenick getting the assist. Johnson back. Dropped it off near side. Kapanen just deflected it out the center with Recchi charging. Mark Recchi gets there in the collision with Brad Lukowich. In came Zhamnov. In came Modine for Tampa Bay. Kapanen banged it off the wall. Tamander held it in. Boyle over. Recchi and Boyle do battle. St. Louis drops it off in a hurry. Lukovic has got it. Philadelphia wants a change. Closing in on the 11-minute mark of this period with the game tied at 1-1. And great fury end to end. Down goes Modine. He got lifted off his skates. Primo cleared it around. Not out yet. Pradit stepped up, banged away to Gagne. Gagne gets stood up at center, gets around it. Kubina goes onto the bench.
Well, Joe Micheletti is with us here tonight, and another hockey guy is here, Cuba Gooding Jr. He'll visit with Joe when we come back.
Step aside, it has arrived. What is it?
A life-size replica of the Stanley Cup.
Wow. Where'd you get it?
An internet auction site. Let's just say I went over my limit to win it. Thank you for purchasing this giant replica of Stanley's cup.
Who's Stanley?
Whoever he is, I'm impressed.
Me too.
Kind of looks like the Rocky Mountains, huh?
Nice.
The new Denver Scramble from Denny's. Eggs scrambled with diced ham, green peppers, and cheese. Or try the country with crumbled sausage or the Fiesta with seasoned ground beef. All served with hash browns, bacon, sausage, and pancakes. Just $4.99. Want a good place to sit and eat? Go to Denny's.
Cuba Gooding Jr., you made a long trip from France. Who talked you into it? Was it your decision or your buddy JR?
Yeah, Jeremy Roenick said, we're coming down, we're getting it on, Game 6. I said, I'll be there to support you, brother.
He said you can play this game a little bit, too.
Yeah, a little bit. Past few years, I've been skating a little bit.
And you're working on a movie here?
Yes, called Shadow Boxer with myself and Helen Mirren.
Thanks for your time. Good luck to you.
No problem.
Guys, undoubtedly fewer concussions than JR.
Undoubtedly. Jeremy Roenick has had 10 goals in 18 career games when his team has faced elimination. So Jeremy Roenick talks about being there for big games. He's also talking about himself.
I thought you were going to say 10 goals in 18 games when Cuba Gooding Jr. has been in the audience. How do you know that?
We don't have that stat, but we're working on it right now. We've got the Elias Sports Bureau trying to dig it up. Radivojevic in with Pratt on him. Pratt rides him away, hits the side of the net. Radivojevic, one arm and it along the boards. Fine play to keep it alive. Janssen a blast, deflected into the corner. Another block shot. Betetenko got there and blocked it. That's going to be a delayed offside call here. It'll be a free out. Torrey Sarge will use it. Flyers changing. Blue liner ripped wide. Modine had that one go flying by him back out to center. Back over to St. Louis. St. Louis flips it in. Gagne following through on St. Louis. Lecavalier went down. Puck got deflected. Gagne will clear. Back in a 3-on-3. Simon Gagne looking behind the net. Jeremy Roenick. Sador on him. Sador. Roenick got by him. Back for Gagne. They cycle it down low. Primo tied up by Sador. That's become a big battle in this series. As in the last game, Sador got the attention, along with Kubina, of Primo. They were put out there in one of the few matchups that Tampa Bay has tried to do this series.
Jeremy Roenick with Keith Primo. All of a sudden, Tampa Bay has to worry about an offensive weapon with Primo besides Keith Primo himself.
That was Primo on Stillman right there with a shot. Here's Boyle, the defenseman. Boyle all the way down low. Boyle tied up by Primo. Takes it again. Boyle back to Corey Stillman. He's tied up. Cleared around the boards. Malakoff got it out.
You got to love the high wire act that Dan Boyle runs every game. I mean, he's down low sometimes. The forwards have to cover for him. The boy is an exciting player to watch.
Markov came back and touched that one up. A great game underway in Philadelphia Game 6. Vinny Lecavalier, a profile when we come back.
These low fares to your favorite vacation destinations start at just $49.
allow free to move about the country. There's a DVD. Once you watch it,
oh man,
you'll discover 3 times the outtakes, the bloopers, and the extras.
Who's your mom?
Scary Movie 3, only today on DVD and video.
In a perfect world, you could skate anywhere you want. And Tony Hawk would be this, like, milkman, and he'd give us all the Hershey's milkshakes we could drink.
That'd be perfect.
No, not really. It'd be perfect if everybody had a mohawk. Hershey's milkshake. Shake reality.
Say hello to Vincent LeCavalier of the Tampa Bay Lightning. Created a charity to benefit All Children's Hospital in Tampa. Childhood idol, a great one. Steve Yzerman, favorite athlete, Tiger Woods. The first player chosen overall in the 1998 draft. Vincent LeCavalier.
He's got the goal tonight. He's tied now with Brad Richards and Patrick Marleau for the second most goals in the playoffs. Jerome McGinley with 10 is the leader. And congratulations to the Calgary Flames, who have moved on to the Stanley Cup Finals after being the 6th seed in the West.
The little engines that could. Boy,
what a great story they are writing. So they will wait next Tuesday. Stanley Cup Finals will start. And they'll start either in Tampa Bay or Philadelphia. As Calgary will await the winner. Hanzus dropped it. Shot hit the side of the net. That was an attempt to put it off the back of the goaltender, Javi Bulin, that time by Tony Amonte. Back into the middle. Afanasaikov. Amonte got back after Pekkanen broke it up. Philadelphia will change it up, starting deep in their own end. Comes back to Pekkanen. Pekkanen getting back into the game after missing the last one. And that one's going to be whistled on the hand pass.
Well, if the Flyers are able to prevail here in Game 6, we will have a Game 7 for you. Exclusive coverage of our Game 7 will be on ESPN2 Saturday at 7 Eastern and 4 Pacific. If the Tampa Bay Lightning prevail here in Game 6, as they plan, we will have a programming hole, and they're hoping we have one.
This is one of the few series where each team has traded wins. Win, lose, from each team's perspective. If the Flyers can win this game, it'll be just the 11th time in Stanley Cup history the teams go to a Game 7 after winning every other game.
And what's interesting is the last 3 times a team has won Game 6 when trailing 3-2, they have advanced by winning the Game 7.
This one is tied at 1. Javi Bulin on that save off Gagne. Back for Gagne behind the net. Primo there. Primo looking. Roenick and he. Crisscrossing down in the corner. Primo jammed that from behind. Cleared it up the near side wall. And it's just cleared out of the zone to take the heat off by Fedotenko. Markov will touch this one up for an icing call.
Well, when you're only 190 pounds, and I say only as Dan Boyle is, Keith Primo coming. When you hear that trainer coming, you might as well just kind of dump it out of the zone. Smart play by Dan Boyle. He didn't actually dump it. He made a pretty decent play under the guns like a quarterback standing in the pocket, knowing there is a great big man, much bigger than you, bearing down on you.
Keith Primo, 2 goals, 2 assists in the last 3 games. He's 7-5 in the playoff year, and a penalty coming in the corner for the slash, and it'll be a power play opportunity for Philadelphia. The captain, Dave Anderchuk.
If the stick doesn't break on the play, Kim Johnson's stick broke. We'll take a look at it here. Whack. And the stick broke in 2. If the stick doesn't break, I don't think that gets called. One way or the other, here we go. Flyers power play, if you can call it that.
They are 1 for 23 in this series on the power play. Tampa Bay got 3 power play goals in Game 5. And Philadelphia get it going here. Anderchuk, 12:30 slashing. First power play. Janssen held it in. Trying to get it to Roenick along the half wall. He bounces it back for Recchi Pratt on the penalty killing unit. Good step up made by Malakoff to hold that in. try it the near side. Go to the middle, Stillman. What a play that was.
I can't believe Saric tried it again, because the first time he tried that play, there was nobody there but Jeremy Roenick. But instead of it's a good play as long as you got a guy there. Instead of going hard rim, go up the middle to your guy. He's wide open.
Over to Hanzus on the power play, Philadelphia. Hanzus still has it. Gagne, Janssen playing back at a point. Broken bone, right hand. He's played throughout the playoffs with that. Primo is up high right now. They send Janssen in. The defenseman came way down from the other point. Malakoff without a helmet to Janssen, centered. Great tie up in the middle, broken out. A dangerous short-handed team. Tampa Bay, Modine guns it in wide.
The Flyers continue to be fancy against a team that is like seaweed out there. There's no seam, there's no lane for the pretty play.
That puck's pinned up against the wall, and there it will be whistled. Tampa Bay's been 90% effective in killing off penalties in the playoffs, 5% better than their number during the regular season. Their shorthanded unit has been exceptional.
I think the Flyers have to approach this power play situations that they have as a 5-on-5. There it is. Pavel Kubina with the long stick. I mean, he just dragged it behind him in the lane. If you approach a power play as a 5-on-5, Daryl Sador looks like he's hurting. Gassed a little bit, but hurting as well. If you approach it like a 5-on-5, if you have an opportunity to shoot, you shoot. You don't keep looking for a better opportunity. The Tampa Bay Lightning penalty killers have been flat out overpowering in this series.
There is Pavel Kubina. Couple of assists. He has been exceptional on defense among the penalty killers, and in Game 5 led Tampa Bay in ice time with over 25 minutes. Kapanen's working a point now with Pitkanen, Zhamnov, Tony Amonte, and Leclerc up front on the power play unit for the Flyers. 28 seconds left to go on it. Pitkanen stepped up. It got poke checked away from him. 2 back for the Flyers. Taylor will move it in. Nowhere to go with it in the corner. Tim Taylor, penalty killing, dragged it down. Kapanen's pass, far side Amonte. Amonte with Richards on him. Amonte comes back towards the middle. Puck lost again. Kapanen steps up. Kapanen looking. Time running out on the power play. Pitkanen down to 3 seconds on the advantage. See Tampa Bay stay back. Sammy Kapanen, power play over. No shots on the power play. Philadelphia, we're back to 5-on-5. Down they go. Anderchuk, who just came out of the penalty box, working over Leclerc in the corner. Amonte takes a shot from Kubina. Down he goes. Puck jammed away to Anderchuk, who just wants to clear, and does.
Same problem for the Flyers, and that is getting shots on goal. They had 3 power plays in Game 5. How many shots did they get? 1. And no shots here. Why? Because they continue to look for the pretty play that is not there.
And Tampa Bay will shut you down when you're doing that. Markov, good reach to hold that puck at center ice. On the near boards, loose. Primo coming in, dug it out, gets held by Lecavalier. Taken away by Sador. Primo poke checked that away. Primo with Roenick in front. Primo shot right through the top of the paint, but not on net. St. Louis takes the hit along the near side wall. Down into the corner, Jeremy Roenick got Bob Boyle. Backhander, Kubina, save, rebound. Primo, save! Primo got that one through! And Happy Boland made a save in the pile. Cleared back to Mander. Both teams changing up. Mander guns that one in. Pratt on the far side. It never got to him. Came right back to Corey Saric.
Pretty isn't there. Make it ugly. Take it to the paint. That's what Primo did. That's what Roenick did.
Guns back to center to Brashear. He's got Sharp with him. Sharp, shot, save. Can you say that quickly 3 times?
Bunches of chances here for the Flyers in the last couple of minutes. A little bit of friction here. Keith Primo with a good one. If you'd like to revisit the chances the Flyers had, stick with us. We'll be right back with them.
Come on, come on. The fact is, all light beers are low in carbs.
So good, don't it? This is for you and your crew. The ones that's true will always love you, no matter what you do.
Choose on taste. Fresh, smooth, real. It's
Right now is the Advantage Chevrolet Cost Crusher Sales Event. Advantage Chevrolet is squeezing out huge savings on every new Chevy in stock. Factory rebates plus Advantage discounts plus available 0% financing means Cost Crusher savings to you right now. How about a Malibu for just $15,400 or a Trailblazer for only $19,900? Advantage Chevrolet is dealing like never before during the Cost Crusher Sales Event. Hurry to Advantage Chevrolet, corner of Joliet and LaGrange Roads at the Countryside Auto Mall. Don't miss it.
Hey, V-Hicks.
Right here.
I'm busy. Figure out which of these minivans is right for my family.
Got it.
Comparing vehicles isn't easy, but VHICS does the hard part, from specifications
Good on headroom.
to optional features
DVD player.
to giving you your own side-by-side report.
Did I wake you? No, I was just... You were sleeping.
Because you've got better things to do.
Give me that.
VHICS.com, roadmap to the automotive world.
The most threatening Flyers line in this game is the line that has scored. They threatened again moments ago. Keith Primo with the long stick, got the puck away from Sador, then danced it to the front, and then Jeremy Roenick came around on a backhand. Dan Boyle, number 22 for Tampa, does a spectacular job right there of tying up Keith Primo's stick. We say this all the time. You can tie up the guy, but if you don't have his hands and his stick immobilized, he's got a chance. A smaller man, Boyle, and he did a great job on the bigger Primo.
Dan Boyle out of the University of Miami of Ohio. Defensive job there. Shot Pitkin and put Pope checked away again. Anderchuk came in to help out on Javi Bulin. Afanasenkos on the right side trying to break up. Dumped in. Into the corner. Pitkin gets hit by Afanasenkos. Recchi came away with it. Recchi couldn't get it on the stick but kicked it out of there. Right back the other way, and they'll wave off any call on this as Taylor got a stick on it. Flyers out shooting Tampa Bay 9-5. Tampa Bay has had the advantage by 5 in shots in the series coming into this game. That is touched up with the icing call by Brad Lukowich. Offensive zone time has been an issue that both coaches have continually harped on, saying that whoever leads in this department wins the series. So far in this game at even strength, Flyers.
Flyers have tilted the ice absolutely towards Javi Bulin since the first goal of the game. Yanni Pitkin just iced the puck. It's tough for a young defenseman. We've seen Seidenberg make a mistake in this game that has allowed Tampa Bay to score. Pitkin just iced the puck. Instead of trying to work it to the red line with one more stride, he tried to pass to Recchi instead of getting the red line and dumping it in. It's a game of mistakes.
He's had a hard time getting any kind of flow going since he has missed games here because of injuries, and in only 2 of the last 5. Clear down ice. Nikolai Khabibulin coming back to get it. 3:17 to go in the period. Sador takes it behind the net. Kubina's got it. Kubina moves it far side. Almost intercepted as Roenick stepped up. Primo cleared it in off the wall. Jeremy Roenick and Sador. Sador again out there. Back pass. Set up shot.
It is a game of mistakes. Daryl Sador dumped it into the slot, and Vladimir Malakhov, instead of shooting, spotted a wide-open Keith Primo, who actually fanned on his shot, but it didn't change the direction. Watch this. He wanted to bury it. He only got a little piece of it, but for Keith Primo, it was a straight shot. It didn't matter how hard it was.
It is a 2-1 lead for the Flyers. This is only the second time in this series we have had a lead change where somebody who had a lead has lost it, and Philadelphia both times has done it. Brad Richards on a save and a shot from center.
But Gary, Tampa Bay is doing something they haven't done in the series. They're dumping the puck into the middle in their own end. One of the reasons is they think the Flyers are sealing off the board so they can't go around. But it just costs them.
Not their game. Leclerc hard hit on Corey Sarich. Leclerc centered shot deflected near side. 17:01 to go from Primo. 3rd of this series, 8th of the playoffs. Malakhov with a great pass, getting the assist. Vladimir Malakhov, whose ice time has increased with each passing series. Kent Hitchcock says the more he plays, the better he gets.
There was no choke in that play. Boy, it's one thing to be able to make the big play. It's another thing to see the big play first. And Malakhov sees the big play.
Seaback dumped that one up ice. Played behind the net, Malakhov. 1:50 to go in the period. Tampa Bay got the first goal. Philadelphia's had the last 2. Malakhov sends it off the wall. Radovojevic was over there. Lukowich got there ahead of him. Markov has got to play this. Markov looking out in front. will back it off. Malakoff was directing traffic and got that pass. Brashear flips it off. Up ice is Sharp. Sharp over the blue line. The puck bounced ahead. Cleared out of the zone by Sador. Kicked away at center. Brashear kept it alive. And back is Malakoff to get it. Both teams changing. Brashear down. Pass. Block Sador. Sador looking into the middle. St. Louis blocked that. Cleared ahead. Drop past St. Louis. Hooked by Brashear. Get the shot off. That gets blocked into the corner. Brashear and Johnson both got over. St. Louis and Brashear exchange punches at the other end.
Gary, I think St. Louis got flipped in the face by Brashear's stick. That's why he went after him.
No penalty obviously called on it. Back in Sammy Kapanen. Recchi battling in front. Kapanen turning. Forehand fan. Tipped back. Intercepted. Kapanen leaves it to the point. Janssen a shot over the head of everybody.
Oh, watch this. Oh, look at that. No glove for Zhamnov, and St. Louis looked like he went for his bare hand.
Evander a chance, and it's held on to Kapanen charging into the middle and hitting him in front Kubina.
And Zhamnov went right after St. Louis because he saw what I saw. St. Louis tried to slash him on the bare hand.
Can you tell this is a must-win game for Philadelphia?
He's still complaining about it. Watch this. Here comes St. Louis. Whack! He absolutely tried to slash him on the bare hand. It is a game for keeps right about now. And Zhamnov didn't like that one bit. I wouldn't have either. Remember, though, St. Louis has still got his... He's still amped up because of the stick he took in the face about 30 seconds ago.
Primo will move in to take the draw. Primo, 59% face-off wins. Side of the net, Javi Bolin came to Pratt. Cleared around the far side and out. Jeremy Roenick was back helping out on defense. Malakoff will get it. 27 seconds remaining to go in the period. Roenick picks it up. A 2-1 lead for the Philadelphia Flyers, who are trying to send this back to Tampa Bay for a Game 7 on Saturday night. Jeremy Roenick, he got around the man but lost the puck. Primo the hit on Corey Sarge as he went through. Cleared back to Dave Anderchuk. Cavalier got the first goal. Tampa Bay the lead. Then Gagne and Primo answer to put Philadelphia on top 2-1. And the shot, that's it. Coming up, our Southwest Airlines intermission report. A look at superstitions, and Team USA for the World Cup has been named. That's all coming up with John and Barry. 11-6 the shots in favor of the Flyers at the end of the first period. Philadelphia's on top 2-1 after that Lecavalier goal. Simon Gagne out of midair, and then the go-ahead by Primo.
This is kind of cool.
Well, I like the zoom, but is it about megapixels?
Or these memory things?
Well, it's really about what you're going to use it for.
Perfect.
Well, for taking pictures of the kids.
For taking pictures of the kids.
Digital made easy. Get no interest for 2 years on select digital cameras and digital camcorders. Thousands of possibilities. Get yours.
Nature fanatic. Health nut. Grape nut eaters have been called many things. Fortunately, they haven't heard a word of it. The unique nutty crunch and delicious taste of grape nuts. Live life your own way.
Log on to redroof.com and save a bundle with Red's hot deals. It's so simple, even your boss can do it.
Get online for Red's hot deals
and save yourself some dollar bills. Red Roof Inn and Accor Hotel.
That's not tough enough to stop athlete's foot. Hit that with boom, tough actin Tinactin. Tinactin's the only one proven to prevent athlete's foot. Lamisil can't say that. Get boom, tough actin Tinactin.
Shelton, I'd love you, even if you didn't have the trust fund.
Rich. And I am so sure our love will last forever. I ripped up that silly prenup.
But not smooth.
Remember when you said you'd love me even if I didn't have the trust fund? Those words meant so much to me.
Smooth.
Remember when you said you ripped up that silly prenup? Those words meant so much to me.
But not rich. Michelob Amber Bach. Rich and smooth.
She's not afraid. She can be anything you say. Ooh, yeah, you're such a hero to me.
What a great move by Elena Beard.
Taurasi, she is special.
The rookie sensations have arrived. First up, superstar Diana Taurasi returns to Connecticut to face Lindsay Whalen and the Sun. The WNBA begins Saturday at 4 Eastern on ABC.
And you adore me.
Welcome to the Southwest Airlines Intermission Report.
2-1 is the score. The Philadelphia Flyers responding in kind to a lightning 1-0 lead, looking to stay alive. Let's return to Philadelphia and join Joe Micheletti.
Jeremy Roenick, you're on a new line tonight with Keith Primo and Gagne on the other side. You guys had all kinds of chances. What'd you do to get those?
Well, we just worked. I think we really put a good forecheck on and made them create a lot of turnovers, and our play in the neutral zone has been really strong. And we gave up a couple of man situations that we have to clean up, but for the most part, I think we put a lot of pressure on them.
You look better in this game. Are you feeling better?
Yeah, with the exception of almost puking on the bench and all that stuff. Sorry to be so graphic, but that's how I feel right now. But it's definitely better than the last couple of days.
Good period. Good luck in the second.
Thanks, Joe.
The little wink for the camera right there. But what's impressive to me about Philadelphia is they get down 1-0. They very easily could have folded their tent. They came back even stronger.
Well, you're right. That's the good news. But the bad news is they're a one-line team. This team has only got one line tonight, unfortunately, or fortunately. It's whichever line Keith Primo's on. With Primo's playing with Leclerc scores. Tonight they put him with Gagne and Roenick, who haven't scored a goal yet in the series. Gagne scores a goal, and Roenick had tons of chances. Tampa Bay, if you're going in that dressing room, all you got to concentrate on, don't let Primo beat us. Make someone else beat us. This guy's playing too well. Let's shut that line down. Make Handzus beat us. Make Zhamnov beat us. Do not let Primo beat us.
And they do not want a Game 7, even though it will be back in Tampa. When we come back, we'll talk about a little superstition that goes around hockey. It has to do with the Clarence Campbell Bowl for the champions of the Western Conference.
This Intermission Report brought to you by Southwest Airlines, the official airline of the National Hockey League. Southwest Airlines, a symbol of freedom.
Tired of endless searches for low fares? Introducing the Southwest Shortcut. Shows you exactly which days our lowest online fares are available. Only at southwest.com.
You are now free to move about the country.
At this very moment, countless battles are raging.
Alliances are being formed and broken.
Legends created and destroyed.
At this very moment, new worlds are being discovered.
Codes broken, strategies devised,
records shattered.
At this
very moment, all across the world, it's
growing.
It's evolving.
At this very moment, we are
PlayStation 2 online.
PlayStation 2, now just $149. There are two ways to look at skincare: the girl's way or the guy's way. Introducing Gillette Complete Facial Moisturizer, the first moisturizer made for men by the people who know a man's face best. It's simple, non-greasy, fragrance-free with SPF 15. Smoother, healthy-looking skin in 14 days or your money back. New Gillette Complete Moisturizer. This is not your girlfriend's moisturizer. This is Gillette, the best a man can get.
Meteorologists are at a loss to explain what is causing this weather.
I think we're on the verge of a major climate shift.
Need to brief the president. What exactly are you proposing, Professor?
Evacuate everyone south of that line. The storm is just going to get worse.
What should we do?
I will come for you.
The day after tomorrow, May 28th, rated PG-13.
Hey, Papa, can I have a bite?
This is for grown folks. This is not for you.
How do you know?
It's a spicy tender crisp chicken sandwich. I know.
Come on.
Okay, little man.
Burger King introduces the hot new spicy tender crisp chicken sandwich. All white meat with a spicy flavor.
Can I get another bite?
Ain't your mama calling you?
No.
Have it your way. Welcome back to the Southwest Airlines Intermission Report.
Let's take you back to last night and talk about superstitions. Jerome McGinley obviously not concerned about picking up the Clarence Campbell Bowl because they haven't won anything yet. That's what hockey players believe, but history may be different.
Well, look at Paul Kariya. He wanted no part of that trophy. Nice little handshake there. Didn't want any part of it. We know how well that went. They lost in 7 games, so that certainly wasn't quite the right way to do it. Let's look at Steve Eisman. Lots of experience, John. He would do it right, and exactly. He took it to the dressing room, and they won the Stanley Cup, beating the Hurricanes. So the year before that, Joe Sakic don't make many mistakes either. He touched it, but put it down quickly, didn't take it in the dressing room, and then they won the Stanley Cup against New Jersey.
Worked out very well.
2000, Big Darian Hatcher shook hands with Colin Campbell. That's not who the trophy's named after. And he didn't want any part of it, and that didn't work out too well because they lost to New Jersey.
The first year they called it and started handing out the Clarence Campbell Bowl to the Western Conference champions in the playoffs was 93-94.
Yeah.
And so your team was not involved.
No.
It was the Vancouver Canucks.
I know.
But the year before, you did get a trophy.
We got a trophy, and I'm sure we took it to the dressing room. I can't remember because I had to do an interview with Tom Mees right away. Tom grabbed me just as we won, and I did an interview with Tom, so I don't know what, but I know it ended up in the dressing room because me and Bruce McMall had a cup of coffee over it in the dressing room.
Well, you didn't pick it up, though, and run around.
No, I didn't pick it up.
On L.A. All right.
Gretz had it most of the night, though.
Gretz had everything most of the night. Right now, Keith Primo owns Tampa Bay.
I'd like to tell you a little story about my grandparents. They had a refrigerator that they knitted themselves out of yarn. It was small, not very cold, but it taught me a valuable lesson. Not all of us have king-sized refrigerators. And that's why Miller brings you the space-saving fridge pack. It proves once again that Miller is a beer of the people. Plus, it's got this little lip here that keeps the beers from tumbling out.
Choose great beer in great boxes. Miller, good call.
Thomas Schmidt.
Schmitty!
It's tough being the first one of my college friends to get a job. We like to talk a lot. That's why we all joined in from Verizon Wireless.
Join in and make free calls to any Verizon Wireless customer anytime without using any plan minutes from our national in coverage area. Plus, get an awesome LG color flip phone for just $39.99.
Guess how many cookies I have in my mouth? Come on, just guess.
Is your group in? Verizon Wireless. We never stop working for you.
This family lost both parents in the same month when their health insurance was canceled. Now, they are 8 children living alone in a house that's falling apart. This Sunday,
Are you guys ready to tear this house apart?
it's the season finale. An Extreme Makeover Home Edition pulls a community together
We're trying to build a house in 7 days.
to do the impossible.
Oh my gosh, I love it.
Bring life back to their home. 8/7 Central on a night of finales. AB.
Lose yourself in the excitement. Introducing The Fan, only at Comcast.net. A revolutionary new way to watch movie trailers and videos online. It's easy. Just click and start them instantly. Now with Comcast high-speed internet.
I wasn't always up to speed on the internet. Do you have any email for me? But that was then. Now, thanks to Comcast, I am a broadband goddess. Comp Gamer 12 has left the building. Comcast high-speed internet is always on, no dialing up, and multimedia is a snap. Their highest speed puts dial-up and DSL to shame.
I have DSL.
You're not at 3 megs? You got a life. What are you looking at? If you ask me, it's the killer app.
That was then. This is Comcast.
This is the Southwest Airlines Intermission Report. Last week, Team Canada was announced. This week, it's Team USA. We'll look at the forwards, and then we'll look at defense and goaltenders during the next period.
Well, if you look at the American team, they certainly are experienced. They're an older team than the Canadians. The Canadians put a lot of younger players in the lineup. Brett Hull, Madonna, Amante, Waite. Those guys certainly have been around a long time. The 2 guys I thought should maybe be on it was Gomez and York. I think those two are two very good young players that would help this team. York can play center and wing. Same thing with Gomez. So, but you can't argue with the picks there. They have a lot of experience, a lot of guys that can score. And they won the World Cup a few years ago, but Mike Richter was the key to that victory.
Some people say Scott Gomez got the U.S. angry when he wouldn't go over and play in the World Championship. So perhaps that's why.
I agree with that. He should have went, without a doubt.
This guy should be on Team Canada, but he's not. Vinny Lecavalier, 2-1. Right now, the Flyers have the lead.
This intermission report brought to you by Southwest Airlines, the official airline of the National Hockey League. Southwest Airlines, a symbol of freedom.
Murphy, party of 4. Welcome to Arby's. How many in your party?
Oven mid. What are you doing?
Well, now that we serve salads every bit as good as you'd get at a nice sit-down restaurant, I thought we should start acting like one.
Introducing Arby's new Market Fresh salads with tender chicken and lots of surprising ingredients. Try the Martha's Vineyard, the Asian Sesame, and the Santa Fe.
Oh, I'm sorry. We require a jacket and tie.
No, we don't.
Try Arby's new Market Fresh salads.
Miller Lite has 1/2 the carbs of Bud Light, 1/3 less carbs than Coors Light.
Miller, time.
I'm not done. And Miller Lite has fewer calories than both, while still tasting great.
Miller, time's up.
Furthermore...
Stop speaking, please.
No, you stop speaking. How come you won't let America hear the whole story? Whose pocket are you in?
That's unacceptable.
No, you're unacceptable. This whole thing is a travesty and a sham and a mockery. It's a Travis-shamockery.
No making up words.
Burger-flickle.
Choose great taste that's less filling. Miller, good call.
Ah, the low-carb life. I'm feeling better, looking better, everything's better. But there is one thing I miss. Big time. Milk.
That's why there's Hood Carb Countdown. It's made from milk, but it has fewer carbs. 3 grams of carbs per 8-ounce serving. That's 75% less carbs than milk. And it has 50% more protein with a rich, creamy taste you've been missing. It's the only Atkins-approved dairy beverage. Carb Countdown from Hood, America's dairy expert since 1846.
Somewhere between where you are and where you're going, there's a Super 8. See you along the way.
Super 8 is a proud member of Chirp Rewards. Sign up now at super8.com.
Do you go to extreme measures to measure space? Introducing the new straight line laser tape. Just aim, shoot, and measure, and you'll instantly know the size of any job. Laser tape, part of the straight line laser tool family.
Farmers Auto Insurance gets you back where you belong. Nature fanatic, health nut. Grape nuts eaters have been called many things. Fortunately, they haven't heard a word of it. The unique nutty crunch and delicious taste of grape nuts. Live life your own way. There are goals. And then there are goals. The Stanley Cup Finals on ESPN begins Tuesday at 7:30.
The Stanley Cup Playoffs on ESPN2. Brought to you by Miller. Vote Miller for President of Beers. Good call. And the 200 horsepower Acura TSX. A new level of performance.
A beautiful early summer night here in Philadelphia. And there is Dave Schultz, who kicked off this game. The hammer, using the hammer on the facsimile of the Liberty Bell.
He better be careful. He might crack it.
That's right. With that hammer. Welcome back, everybody. Gary Thorne, Bill Clement, Joe Micheletti along board here in Philadelphia with the Flyers lead 2-1.
And the line combos that Ken Hitchcock put together, the brand new ones, really hit for pay dirt here, especially Primo, Gagne, and Roenick. They've accounted for both Flyers goals. Gagne has one. Primo has one. When you're up against it, Ken Hitchcock does not stand pat, and he put an offensive player in Roenick along with Keith Primo. All that ended up there was Gagne and Primo scoring, not Roenick yet.
And we start this period same way we started the game, Brashear and Waugh pushing and shoving, and Gary Fraser having to go in and separate him before the puck was even dropped. Face-off will be won by the Flyers. How about the face-offs in the first period? 70%. to the Philadelphia Flyers. Shot saved. Rebound kicked away to the side. Corey Sarge. And a penalty coming on the goaltender and on Waugh. Matching minors in the action in front of Robert Esch.
See, Ken Hitchcock will like this. He thinks that when Robert Esch gets involved physically, that he's in better shape mentally. See what happened on the play. Pretty good shot from the wing that Robert Esch kicked out. It was cleared. Looked like Esch hit Waugh first. Oh, and then a little lug tap back. Flyers did a good job in the first period of staying out of the penalty box. As hot as Tampa Bay's power play is, you can't make a steady trip to the penalty box and hope to win hockey games. So the Flyers did not allow the Lightning a power play in the first period, and here it's even, skating 4-on-4.
Second time we've had a 4-on-4 in the game. Ken Hitchcock's team up by a score of 2-1 on the first period goals picked up by Gagne and Primo. The Cavaliers scored first for Tampa Bay. Esch and Waugh, high sticking Esch, slashing Waugh, 14 seconds into the period. St. Louis, save made on the interception in a 2-on-2. Martin St. Louis, here comes Gagne, he's flying. Javi Bullen's got it. Boom! Sador goes into the crossbar, the play goes on. The net never came off. Le Cavalier shot, score! They've tied it, and Esch wants that back right now. He had it, he lost it, it's 2-2.
And it squeezed through him. I don't know if it was a screen or not, but it found daylight, I think, under the left arm of Robert Esch, and Vincent Lecavalier has been the answer for the Tampa Bay Lightning. An excellent shot. Looked like it kind of surprised Esch. I don't think he saw it coming out of the screen. Watch his reaction here. He shrugged too late from our Southwest Airlines goal cam. Commander was screening him, and Happiness is scoring right here on a 4-on-4 to tie it.
2 goals in the game now for Vinny Lecavalier, second in the playoffs behind Iginla in goals. And it is a 2-2 game. It came in a 4-on-4 and was the third chance Tampa Bay had in this 4-on-4. Only 30 seconds into it.
Robert Esch hardly had any work in the first period. 6 shots on goal, and I know at least 2 of them came from outside the blue line.
Kapanen at the intercept. Zhamnov down the middle. Shot. Javi Bullen went too far, and the puck went by him. Third back in, Zhamnov. He poke checked it around to the far side. Corey Sarge, Kapanen moving in. Richards tipped it away to center. Markov picks it up. Philadelphia will get onside. Zhamnov back for Markov. Markov wants to move it ahead, being driven back by Brad Richards. Good play by Richards. Markov came away with the puck into the zone. Zhamnov flipped away by Pratt to Richards. Richards off the wall. Great pass to Modine. Modine is in alone, though. Modine backing it up, trying to get it himself, but fell down. Janssen will clear it back out to center. Tampa Bay was changing, so nobody was out there with Modine. The goal at 45 seconds into the period. Lecavalier is 4th of this series and his 9th of the playoff year. Brad Lukowicz stepped up to try and hold it in. 20 left in the 4-on-4. Jeremy Roenick. Roenick to Janssen, the defenseman. Janssen looking. He leaves it. Recchi. Cleared out Brad Richards. Nobody there on that pass.
Those are the kind of plays that the Tampa Bay Lightning feed on.
That leaves you going down ice with nobody remotely close. Pekkanen got it up ice. Recchi on the crisscross with Jeremy Roenick. Roenick trying to center. Kuvina rode him off. Sador. And the 4-on-4 over. Back to 5-on-5 hockey. Tampa Bay getting the goal during that period. Bouncing puck. Got away. Cleared up to the line. Sador can't hold it in.
Boy, bit of a nightmare here for Robert Esch. In the first period, a lot of pucks bounced towards him. That was an end-over-end bouncer that handcuffed him.
About 3 times off the ice.
Nothing clean. And he wants something clean here to reestablish himself.
Tony Amati on a 2-line pass will draw the whistle. And a ferocious start for Tampa Bay. This has been their period in the playoffs. And they're doing it again. They've outscored the opposition 17-7 in the second.
This might have even been tipped by Tamander. The shot from Lecavalier looked like it might have grazed the top of the stick and gotten a little air under it. And then the last chance was a little end-over-ender. Hey, you know what? Tampa's just going to fire away.
Nothing to lose, and even if they lose, they get a second chance. Philadelphia doesn't. They must win this game to force a Game 7. Cleared around, Afanasenkov pushed it by Hanzus to center. Lecavalier poke checked away Markov. Back into the middle. Again, Afanasenkov drove it up ice. Cleared out Malikov. Hanzus held the line. Pratt's but no, he didn't. That's going to be offside. with the draw back to center.
Things chopping up here a little bit. More face-offs. Here's the play we were talking about moments ago. It was a deflection that bounced and bounced and bounced. Robert Esch wanted to have that die on his stick so he could squash it with his catching glove, but it bounced off the blade of his stick.
Looked like a basketball game. Zhamnov moving in to take the face-off. Zhamnov, 5 out of 7 face-offs in the first period, wins that one, and Tampa Bay immediately makes a line change. Recchi tipped it ahead. Dave Anderchuk. Anderchuk, the high pass off the wall, gloved ahead by Tamander. Back into the zone. Boyle comes back. Boyle and Sador defensively. Recchi up on the forecheck. The trap set up at center. Forces the turnover. Back to Tamander. Tamander wide. Recchi out there with Zhamnov and Kapanen, who's playing that forward position. Richards, the intended. That's going to be whistled on an offside.
Well, with Vincent Lecavalier paving the way so far for the Tampa Bay Lightning. If Brad Richards can get involved, all of a sudden they'll be looking really good. Brad Richards has been really quiet in this game so far. But Brad Richards is the type of player who can remain quiet and all of a sudden explode. A lot like Lecavalier.
Who has done it here in this game. Sharp wins the faceoff for the Flyers. Move through center. Gavino on the backhand. Big pile up along the wall at center ice. So-called 4 lines. Number 4 lines out there. Brashier's pass bounces away. Sharp. Sharp sends that in. Sharp has really played well when given a chance here in this series. He's going to earn some playing time for future seasons out of his work. There he is right there. Dropped it off to Venus, and as I say that, he leaves the pass for nobody in particular.
Trying for a cycle with nobody else involved in the cycle.
Waugh gets it away. Lugovic coming up. Lugovic leaves it. Waugh shot. No, there wasn't one. Pitkanen cleared it around the near side. Jansson's got it. Both teams changing. Radivojevic partially blocked that time at center by Fedotenko. Cleared back with Cavalier off the wall. Fedotenko sweeps it into the corner by Jansson. Pitkanen came back to get it. Fedotenko blocked it. Jansson there to play. Can't get to it. St. Louis. St. Louis cycling down low with Fedotenko. Cavalier trying to get set up in front. Back to the point. Saric picked away to the near side corner. Sador holds it in behind the net. Lecavalier between the legs. Got it away. Fedotenko, big battles going on along the wall here at St. Louis. Fedotenko clips it back to Lecavalier. Lecavalier looking. St. Louis cutting. Center tried to bounce it. Give out Pitkanen. Flyers will move it out. Both teams need a line change. Diving play by Fedotenko. Wow. Let's check in with John Saunders. John.
Guys, what to do when you have interest in 2 sports. William Davidson, managing partner of the Detroit Pistons, at the game in Detroit as they try and wrap it up. But he has that monitor watching you guys and the Lightning and the Flyers.
He was in Tampa Bay the other night. We had him on the air for a month as he lives in Michigan. Invested about the team in Tampa Bay after he had already been the managing partner of the Detroit Pistons. Modine into the corner doing battle with Markov. Shots are 5-0 this period in favor of Tampa Bay, and they've got the goal. One consistency in this series among many has been the first period outburst for Philadelphia and the second period goals by Tampa Bay. Kick back into the corner. Hanzu's coming back to get it. Boyle on him. Tony Amati. Amati. Stillman got in there. Boyle. Boyle and Amati do battle. Hanzu's with it. Hanzu's got tied up. Lost it. Moved out of the zone by Richard.
There's nobody open but guys with other colored jerseys on. The Tampa Bay Lightning collapse 5 down low. And when you try to walk into the front, you better have the power of a guy like Keith Primo because you're not going to get there.
Hanzus with Amati already up ice. Leaves it for Leclaire. Leclaire shot wide off Javi Bulin. He reached out and let it go. Stillman in the middle trying to flip it ahead. Flyers changing up behind the play. Tamander back to get it. We are tied at 2-2. The shots are even at 11-11. 13:37 left to go here in the second period. The Flyers win it. We get a Game 7 Saturday night. Tampa Bay wins it. They go to the finals against Calgary. Corey Sarge put the hit on. Sarge put the hit on again. Recchi and he were doing battle. Zhamnov reaching in. Dug it out. Zhamnov comes to the near side. His shot. That got blocked into the corner. Dumped a little deeper. Corey Sarge will come back again. Zhamnov has not had a goal in 9 games. He's had 3 assists in those games. The 23 for Philadelphia, who can score. Cleared back out to center by Taylor. Commander knocked it down, turned right back into Taylor. Dumped into the zone by Recchi. Abby Bullen thought about going up, but there came Kapanen. Rami Kapanen, who can fly. One of the fastest skaters in the NHL. Primo turning to the middle. Anderchuk, the 2 captains were working against one another there.
Boy, Tampa Bay's way better down low in this period. They're sticking to their man-to-man coverage. They're not panicking. They're pushing people off the puck, and they're exiting their zone cleanly most of the time.
Bad pass by Primo, cleared up the near side. Here comes St. Louis alone. St. Louis with Lecavalier behind him. Rolled it into the middle, tried to get around to hit it and could not. That's Primo who picks it up. Esch was able to poke that away. Intended for Jeremy Roenick. Back comes Sador. Sador and Roenick. Roenick is playing after having had yet another concussion here in this series from a hit. Not playing as though it has had any effect. They're looking for Lecavalier, who's breaking down the near side, but he's near the end of his shift. Stillman is in the middle. Shot save made. Esch. Stillman goes into the net. Faceoff will come outside the zone.
Well, it's the time of year you better have a good luck charm around for Keith Primo. It's text messages. That's right. Joe Micheletti will explain when we come back.
Bud Light says, choose on taste. All we can say is, thanks for the endorsement. Great taste, less filling. Miller Lite. Good call. Oh, by the way, we still have half the carbs of Bud Light.
What's that?
Metamucil.
Get out. That's a cookie.
The power of powder in a wafer. Tastes so good, you won't believe it's Metamucil. Get regular, stay regular. The cookie way.
Research shows that kids whose parents regularly talk to them about not smoking are less likely to smoke. The Parent Resource Center at philipmorrisusa.com offers advice from experts on talking to kids about not smoking, including downloadable brochures on starting the conversation and helping kids handle peer pressure. For more, visit philipmorrisusa.com or call for a free brochure.
Acura TSX, the 6-speed, 200-horsepower getaway car, one of Car and Driver's 10 best.
Welcome back to Philadelphia. You know, when this playoff season started, Keith Primo's 3 children, ages 4, 6, and 8, learned how to send him text messages from the home computer to his cell phone. They did it the first 2 games they won. They lost the 3rd game. There was no messages, so he told his kids, you've got to send me messages. It's become a ritual. The one constant through all these messages on a game-by-game basis, they've all told him, Dad, you're the best. And there hasn't been many better than him in this, has there, guys?
Oh, the kids haven't been off the mark.
No, I mean, every kid would tell their dad that. In this case, they're right.
Cleared back up through center. The turnaround. Brad Richards deflected in by Modine. And a save made by Esch. Loose on the far side. Hanzus was able to clear it out of there. Primo did something today, Bill. I found out between periods talking with the TV crews from Tampa Bay, because I don't think he said this in Philadelphia. They asked him yesterday in the off day whether or not he would guarantee a win. And he said, you know, I don't know what to say anymore. I just go out and do everything I can and try and do everything to get the other players to do the same. But on the Tampa Bay television stations, he told one of them, he said, I've already packed to go to Tampa. We're going to win. He told that to the Tampa Bay people. Then he's come out here and scored one of the 2 goals they've got. Zhamnov cleared back around. Nope. Zhamnov on the intercept. Holds it in the zone. Recchi trying to knock it out of the air. Cleared back deep into the corner. Dangerous keeping right there that worked for Markov. Sammy Kapanen trying to tiptoe through. Couldn't get there. Richards will move it out. Richards. Modine in the middle. He'll dump it in wide. Esch just redirects a little bit. Malikov coming back to get it. Tied up by St. Louis. St. Louis got it away to Modine. Modine looking. He's got Brad Lukovich coming. Backhand shot. Save. Rebound. Lukovich. Esch holds the fort.
Now it's Tampa Bay. Must be this end of the ice. This is where the Flyers kept taking it to the paint in the first period. And now Tampa Bay is absolutely alive in this game. And doing the smart things right here. Modine trying to get it to the paint, trying to work a wraparound, hopefully for Hopefully, there would be a rebound for him. There was not on the play. Esch was able to squash the puck under his right pad.
It is this end, Bill. Philadelphia's had one shot in the last 12 minutes, 18 seconds. That's since the Primo goal that made it 2-1. The rest of it's been Tampa Bay piling it up, and Tampa Bay is now taking the advantage in shots, 13-11. Primo gets kicked out of there. Taylor will move in to take it. Busted to the point. Lukowicz will send it back into the corner. Flyers, Tampa Bay changing behind the play of Jeremy Roenick up for Primo. Anderchuk had a piece. Primo trying to send it in way outside. Whistle back the other way. Two-line
pass. Keith Primo tried to get a handle on it before the red line, but couldn't.
What a series. Every game, winner has changed. Home ice hasn't meant very much. Teams have played by periods and surges.
And no, that's what we haven't had in this game. The goals have been kind of spread apart, but multiple times in this series, multiple goals have been scored by both teams in what we call surges. John Tortorella referred to it as surges. We're not sure if anybody's going to have one or who it is, and the coaches can't tell when they're coming. We asked John Tortorella, can you tell when they're coming one way or the other? He said, I have no idea.
And that has driven both of these coaches crazy. Here's Primo, poke checked away. Primo and Sador have become a couple here in the last two games. Cleared back on a big kick out that time by Anderchuk. Got to be played by Markov. Under 10 minutes left to go here in the second period in Philadelphia. What a tremendous hockey game this has been. Game 6. Overskated Sharp. St. Louis turning the Jets. He's got LeCavalier on the right. He's got two trailers. LeCavalier in. Shot. Save made by Esch. A great game 6. Flyers, Tampa Bay, 2-2.
ESPN the magazine on newsstands now.
If only the world were as race-inspired. The 6-speed, 200-horsepower Acura RSX Type S.
Evil threatens the existence of man.
Necromongers. They will kill every last human life.
But on June 11th...
It's time to end this world.
The resistance begins.
Are you with me? You are not the one to bring me down. If you say so.
The Chronicles of Riddick.
How do I get eyes like that?
This film is not yet rated.
There's only one chocolate-covered nut with an old friend inside. Planters, put out the good stuff.
Bud Light says choose on taste. At Miller Lite, we couldn't agree more. Try both and decide for yourself. Great taste, less filling, and still half the carbs of Bud Light. Miller Lite. Good call.
Tampa Bay, the number 1 seed in the East. Philadelphia seeded 3rd. And what a series they have put together, and what a game 6 so far. Great to have you with us. What a sports night in Philadelphia. The Dodgers are in town playing the Phillies, who have a 4-0 lead. The Phillies doing that game across the street. There's a children's show going on at the Spectrum, which is right next door. I mean, it is really busy. Benetako drops it. St. Louis looking. Turned by Janssen. St. Louis, this is not a power play, by the way. Into the corner, Boyle, the defenseman, looking for St. Louis cutting. It got blocked, cleared up, not out. Held in, Janssen intercepts. Janssen's got a chance, 3-on-2. Leaves it, Sammy Kapanen back in. Janssen, save! Javi Bulin. And a left to the jaw. Speaking of lefts to the jaw, ESPN2's Friday Night Fights brings you another exciting card highlighted by the junior featherweight title elimination bout coming up. Art Simonian will be taking on the veteran Narangrig Pirang. Also, the new light heavyweight champion Antonio Tarver, fresh off a knockout of Roy Jones. 9 Eastern, 6 Pacific. That's on Friday.
And you thought hockey players' names were tough.
I thought we were back in the Olympics. Off the face-off, right in on net. Avi Bullen clears it around the near side. Philadelphia coming back now with some physical presence. Hanzus kicked it away, got it back, turns to the net, poke checked away from him. Anderchuk moving it out of there. Dave Anderchuk sends it in wide. 8:46 left, second period. Markov drops it off. The big advantage, Tampa Bay here in the second period.
And you can tell when they're on their game because nothing from in front against the Nikolai Khabibulin. If you're going to get a puck on him, you've got to get it at a sharp angle. Yes, the Flyers want to bank him off his chest for rebounds. Boy, I'll tell you what, you get it on the left side of his body, his glove has been awesome.
We told you with a .945 save percentage coming into this game, he was tied third all-time in save percentage in a playoff single season. Nikolai Khabibulin. That number may go down a little tonight depending on what happens here, but he's been spectacular when needs to be. But both of these goaltenders have not had good save percentages in this series. Khabibulin at .903, Esch at .896. You get under 9 in the playoffs and you're one of the few down there. Played back by Sador. Cleared back in wide of the net. Here comes Richards forcing Esch to bang it out. And he did. Kubina didn't wait long enough, and that's offside.
Kubina just took a shot at Keith Primo. Gary, you mentioned that Sador and Keith Primo have been kind of married to one another in a matchup sense. It's because Pavel Kubina plays with Daryl Sador. That's really the matchup that John Tortorella wants. He wants to match some of the size Keith Primo brings with this guy, the biggest man in the series, at 6'4", 242. And so far in this hockey game, 9 of the 13 even strength shifts, Sador and Kubina, have been out there against Primo, which is pretty darn good because on the road, you don't get last change. They matched a lot in game 5 because Tampa was at home. But when you can get them out there 2/3 of the time, you're doing a good job.
Very tough. It was 21 out of 30 matchups in the last game. Tipped in offside. Boy, that was close. Tried to be held in by Dingman. Couldn't do it, though. He'll come back out to center.
Both teams really going with their pure fourth lines. There's Chris Dingman. Andre Waz out there. See that, though? He wants to change. John Tortorella. He wasn't doing the boogaloo behind the bench. He wants to change. Quick change.
Face off near side. Stay out. Seebeck wasn't played a lot with the fourth line. Shot Boyle wide of the net. Now they get the change immediately here. He didn't want that line out there. Sharp dumps it in. Cleared around Khabibulin.
What he wanted to do was get one of his better lines out there against the fourth line for Philadelphia.
Radovojevic, that was a bad pass to nobody, and Tampa Bay got away with it as Radovojevic fired it over the net. Radovojevic has had an exciting series. 1 goal, 1 assist. 23-year-old has played very well from the Czech Republic. St. Louis knocked it down. Zhamnov cleared it out. Zhamnov got it back. Zhamnov moves it in. He heads to the net. Shot.
Well, there is what Nikolai Khabibulin would like to have back. Sami Kapanen, Mr. Versatility for the Philadelphia Flyers. I'm saying to myself, oh hum, another sharp angle shot. This one right along the ice, right under Nikolai Khabibulin. He stayed on his feet, wondering whether it was going to be a pass to the front or a shot. By the time he made up his mind it was going to be a shot, it was too late. Very similar to the goal John LeClair scored on him in Game 2.
Kapanen, who's played both forward 9 games and defense 8, gets the goal, moving back to the forward position for this game. And the Flyers have, for the second time, a lead. This time it's 3-2. Saric behind the net. Saric from his knees up to Modine. Modine drops it on. Poke check. Stillman almost got it. Corey Stillman sends it in. Malakoff back to get it. 3 has been the magic number. Intercepted, centered shot, Stillman blocked. And still in the zone. Richards redirected to Stillman to Richards. Richards springs it around the near side. He got taken down. Stillman over to Modine. The goal at 12:42. Confident second of the series, third of the playoffs. Zhamnov the assist. We have had 5 even strength goals in this game. One coming in a 4-on-4. Sent in around the net by Sador. Esch held it up. 90% of the time in this year's playoffs, if you get 3 goals, you win. Primo charging. Habibulin played it around the wall. Tampa Bay trying to get the rush going. Janssen was there to intercept off Taylor. They've blocked into the seats by Anderchuk.
What a tense hockey game. The crowd is back in it again. Sami Kapanen, the man that has given him a 3-2 lead. Zhamnov passed, he dished, and then he went for the net. And Nikolai Habibulin was hardly set for the shot.
What a job he's been called to fill those 2 roles, and has done both. Cleared around, Jeremy Roenick stepped up. Sador hitting. Primo, the shot, gloved by Habibulin. Would have been wide, but he got it. And a little pushing and shoving.
Well, Bill Barber is a Hall of Famer that got into the Hall as a member of the Flyers. Now he's with the Lightning. Joe Micheletti will talk to him when he comes back.
Bud Light says, choose on taste. All we can say is, thanks for the endorsement. Great taste, less filling. Miller Lite. Good call. Oh, by the way, we still have half the carbs of Bud Light.
Kinda looks like the Rocky Mountains, huh?
Nice. Denny's new Denver Scramble. Eggs scrambled with diced ham, green peppers, and cheese. Served with hash browns, bacon, sausage, and pancakes. It's one of 3 new Super Scrambles, just $4.99.
Ah, spring. Time for the sweet sounds of pucks ringing the post and big-time hits. Before you get cup crazy, get Java technology from Sun Microsystems. It's in millions of phones, computers, and smart Java cards. And it connects you to the best NHL action. Use your Java-powered phone or computer for a secure connection to live scores and games like NHL Power Shot Hockey. Get in the game at java.com or nhl.com. Sun Microsystems. The network is the computer.
Acura TSX, the 6-speed, 200-horsepower getaway car. One of Car and Driver's 10 best.
Billy Barber's the director of player personnel for the Tampa Bay Lightning. Billy, you spent just about your entire professional life here in Philadelphia. Does this series have a little more special meaning to you?
Well, it's a tough series. Obviously, I was with the Flyers for 30 years and had an opportunity to jump on board here with Tampa, and you move ahead with life. And it's been a great experience for us in Tampa here. The team's done such a great job, and we're hoping to advance here.
Appreciate your time, Billy. Good luck.
Thank you.
Guys,
30. Yep, 30 years, and I knew Billy would come with a classy non-answer.
Yeah, and he did.
Yep.
In front, puck loose.
As he had to.
As he had to. Recchi almost got a chance on that. Pekkanen coming back to get it. Pekkanen and Janssen are teamed up. Janssen being their leading ice time man. Bounce back into the middle. Anderchuk trying to wave it down, could not. Zhamnov had it bounce away from him. Loose at center. Dugout. Sarge lost it. Tampa Bay gets onside over to Pratt. Pratt will send it into the middle. Janssen knocks it down again. He'll move it up himself. The Flyers leading at 3-2. Trying to send it to a Game 7 Saturday night, Tampa Bay. Near side, St. Louis looking. St. Louis with Tampa Bay changing, waiting for help. Goes back behind the net. He'll just leave it there. Fedotenko came back. Fedotenko working with Brad Lukowich, who ended up there behind the net. Looking, Fedotenko, Lukowich, Primo, as Pekkanen's lost his stick. Centered for St. Louis cutting. Recchi alive. St. Louis put the puck away even after Recchi won the bump.
How did he do that?
Just reached in and grabbed it. In front, shot, score! Fedotenko, the former Flyer, is eating up Philadelphia. It is 3-3.
Boy, I'll tell you what, little Marty St. Louis is the shortest guy that's in the lineup for either team tonight. Look at this. Mark Recchi took him and looked like he was headed out of the zone. St. Louis reached in and picked his pocket. Meanwhile, Joni Pitkanen was struggling without a stick. It finally came right out to the slot. Pitkanen had regained his stick, but it deprived him of some coverage in front. High off the shoulder of Robert Esche. Change of direction on the point of attack, and Ruslan Fedotenko. The Tampa Bay Lightning are 11-0 in the playoffs when they score 3 or more goals.
Amazing. Well, we know one thing. That 90% number is going to hold up in this game. If you score 3 goals, you win. Well, they both got 3 goals, and somebody's going to win. 15 seconds. 4:30 left to go in the period. Roll back. Here comes Brad Richards. We're tied at 3-3. This is what it's all about. Modine turned, fell down, lost it, and then made sure he got a trip on there to get Leclerc down. They cleared the zone. Stillman will bat it in. 15-15. Fedotenko gets his 4th goal of this series and his 7th of the playoffs. Anderchuk and St. Louis get the assist. Fedotenko passed by as the Flyers decided they could let him go. And boy, is he put on a show against his former team. That goes up and into the netting, and there it will be whistled. Let's check in with John and Barry.
All right, guys, coming up on the Dodge Intermission Report, pretty impressive period for Tampa Bay coming back.
They got 2 lines that can score, John. I still think the Primo line is the only line that consistently score for Philadelphia.
We'll also look at Simon Gagner and unveil the defenseman and the goalie from Team USA for the World Cup. It's coming up.
Thanks, guys. There you see the numbers for Fedotenko. Fedotenko involved in the deal that brought Pitkanen, a draft pick, to the Philadelphia Flyers.
And Gary, he's a guy that paid his dues. He started in the U.S. Junior League for the Sioux City Musketeers, played sometime with the Trenton Titans of the ECHL, moved to the Philadelphia Phantoms, finally to the NHL, and now, after being a 4th-line player early in the season, he fixtured with Lecavalier and St. Louis.
There's a puck that bounces away. Gagner's got a chance. Sador trying to cut the angle. Primo going to the net. Save made by Javi Bulin.
Gagner could have cut that to the middle and for some reason stayed along the wall.
Perhaps he was hoping Primo was going to get there.
Well, it's really hedging your bets a little too much. See right there, he settled the puck and stopped. Instead of taking a stride towards the face-off dot and letting a big slap shot rip for a Primo rebound, he was gambling that Primo would be able to outleg the defender and be wide open. And I'll tell you what, I bet you it's a play he'd like over again. He's shaking his head now.
Face-off will come to the right of Javi Bulin. Won by Tampa Bay, cleared around the boards. Commander on Corey Stillman, couldn't get it away from him. Lecavalier scored the first goal, first period. Gagner and Primo gave Philadelphia a 2-1 lead. Lecavalier scored his 2nd goal 45 seconds into this 2nd period to tie it. Kapanen got a goal to give Philadelphia the lead. Now it's tied again on the goal by Fedotenko. Save made by Esche on the point shot by Boyle. Commander cleared it up the wall, and it goes onto the bench. Face-off back into the zone.
Don't forget, if the Flyers can win tonight, these 2 teams will go to Tampa for Game 7 and a chance to play the Calgary Flames for the Stanley Cup, which will be on the line. Whoever can get there. We'll have exclusive coverage, Game 7, here on ESPN2, Saturday, 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific. For more information, log on to ESPN.com.
Great to have all of you with us here. All of our crew on hand here in Philadelphia. Tremendous series and a worthy game of the Stanley Cup playoffs. Attempted clear. St. Louis blocked it. 2nd time, Malakoff got it off the boards to Gagner. Broken stick. Lecavalier gets one off the bench as he went by. Chipped just out of the zone by Markov. Primo in a collision with Sador's pass intercepted, and Markov will get it back. Markov having trouble controlling. Here comes Fedotenko. Fedotenko takes a glove to the face, but he held the puck in, and a penalty coming, and it's on Markov for that stick face wash.
Well, he came up high with the lumber. He sure did on Fedotenko. Fedotenko put out his hand.
55! 2 minutes high stick!
High stick on Danny Markov.
Players penalty number 55, Danny Markov, 2 minutes for high sticking.
Oh, my gracious.
13 seconds. Danny Markov fires.
There was a no call on Keith Primo and Daryl Sador moments before that, but Danny Markov came up high. That at this stage of a hockey game is an awful penalty. An awful penalty.
Tampa Bay's power play has been red hot, high sticking, 17-13. This is the first power play Tampa Bay's had They got 3 power play goals in the last game. Richards sends it back to Fedotenko. Fedotenko over to Dave Anderchuk. Anderchuk, the all-time leading scorer, power play shot, score! Fedotenko! And what a pass by Anderchuk! And it is 4-3 Tampa Bay.
Just like that. The one thing that you could not afford, a bad penalty against a red-hot power play. Those are the ones you generally pay for. And Ruslan Fedotenko has made it a 4-3 hockey game. The first time in this tilt that Tampa Bay has had the lead. What a pass from Dave Anderchuk. Bad coverage by the Flyers. A nice little seam that was found by Fedotenko right there. Well done. Mattias Tamander was on the far side of the post. He never saw Fedotenko sneak back out front. And Dave Anderchuk threaded the needle first, and then Fedotenko threaded it up high. Boy, can he get the puck up quickly. Both of his goals, he has really threaded the needle up high on Esch.
That is 8 power play goals in this series. 8 for 24. Philadelphia now down. Shot. Bobby Bolin reaches out on the Primo chance. 2:10 to go in the second period. The power play goal at 17:33. Fedotenko from Anderchuk and Richards.
Nikolai Khabibulin has been eating everything to his left with the big trapper. That shot from Keith Primo, no exception.
Bill, we were talking about surges. That's 2 goals now in 2 minutes and 18 seconds, and 2 goals on the last 3 shots put up by Tampa Bay.
Exactly the kind of surge we were talking about.
That's what's happened in this series for and against both teams. Gagne, block, shot, wide. Gagne on a rebound. Batted side of the net with a high stick by Anderchuk. It'll be touched by the Flyers, so no whistle, and it's cleared. Flyers almost tied it back up again. Janssen on the touch.
And Ken Hitchcock coming back with Yoni Pitkinen for his offense. The Keith Primo line with Jeremy Roenick and Simon Gagne. Gagne's shot was low and wide. Khabibulin was trying to get back up to his feet when the shot came by and surprised him. Good play by Dave Anderchuk. You just want to get the puck out of there. You don't care if there's a whistle. If it goes to one of your teammates after you've touched him with a high stick, just get it out of there.
Keep in mind the Dave Anderchuk story. Anderchuk has never won a cup. He has never even been to the finals. And he has played more games than any other player in the history of the NHL without a cup. He's got a chance the Stanley Cup Finals if Tampa Bay can win here in this game. Backed in front. Khabibulin watching, trying to find it. Rolls through the top. He reached out and helped to clear along with Pratt. LeClaire in the corner, leveled by Pratt. Kicked away Richards. Radovojevic got it off the dasher. Pratt putting the hold on. Richards came in to get it. Just trying to get it out through the middle and did. Moved out by Corey Stillman. A minute to go in the period. Stillman room shot. Off the glove and wide. Markov drops it back for Malakov. Boy, would that have been a backbreaker. Radovojevic dumps it ahead for Hanzus. He gets stood up by Brad Lukowicz. Cleared around hard by Boyle. Held in at the point. Commander's shot into the middle. Bunch of players hit that. The player trying to hold it in did. Boyle will chase it down behind the net. 32 seconds remaining. Janssen at center. Fedotenko is on him. Recchi goes wide side. Dumped back in by Tamander. Left. Brad Lukowicz the flip. Fedotenko not able to clear. Whistle.
High stick.
High stick. Knocked down with a high stick.
Well, there's nothing sweeter than coming back to a team that has traded you and doing this. Ruslan Fedotenko has scored the last 2 goals of this hockey game. His second one on a power play. And the Tampa Bay Lightning will go into the 3rd period with a 4-3 lead. And the Flyers have lost their last 16 consecutive playoff games when trailing at the end of 2.
Cleared back out by Tamander, ahead by Kubina. Knocked down by Sador. In the series, the first 5 games, we had 1 lead change. We have had 2 in this game tonight. The Tampa Bay Lightning have never gone to the Stanley Cup Finals. If they beat Philadelphia in the 3rd period, they're going. Tampa Bay's up by a score of 4-3. The shots, 19-16 in favor of Tampa Bay. Khabibulin the saves when needed, and the goals, Fedotenko, 2 of them, 4-3.
If only the world were as race-inspired. The 6-speed, 200 horsepower Acura RSX Type S.
Nature fanatic, health nut. Grape nuts eaters have been called many things. Fortunately, they haven't heard a word of it. The unique nutty crunch and delicious taste of grape nuts. Live life your own way.
Bud Light says choose on taste. At Miller Lite, we couldn't agree more. Try both and decide for yourself. Great taste, less filling, and still half the carbs of Bud Light. Miller Lite. Good call.
In troubled times,
Hostages, chaos, Afghanistan.
one team
This is your time.
taught their country to dream.
Who do you play for?
United States of America.
And only on a 2-disc DVD, get bonus features, including an exclusive interview with a real coach who took the USA all the way. Miracle. Own it today on DVD and video.
Wow. Well said. The 260 horsepower SRX V6 performance utility. Cadillac. Breakthrough.
Visit your Chicagoland area Cadillac dealer for this attractive offer. See dealer for residency restrictions.
Attention shoppers, we have Chicagoland's best produce because it's always fresh.
Fresh like a Chevy Impala sedan with best-in-class highway fuel economy.
Nice.
The word is out. On a 2004 Chevy Impala, get 0% APR financing for 60 months for qualified buyers. Or choose $3,000 cash back.
Is that guy going to smell every cantaloupe? Looks like it. You don't want that one. Okay.
Welcome to the Dodge Intermission Report.
Right now, the Tampa Bay Lightning just 20 minutes away from a date with the Calgary Flames, up 4-3 over Philadelphia. Let's join Joe Micheletti with Vinny LeCavalier.
This has been a game where your team took the lead, you fell behind, you came back to take the lead again. What are your thoughts through two?
Well, we're very determined. You know, it's ups and downs in the second period, but, you know, we're playing well. We've got to make sure in the third period that we, you know, keep playing solid, keep getting the pucks in their zone and forecheck them.
Yeah, how will your style play? Because you're one period away from going to the finals. Is it tough not to think about that?
Well, no, actually, we're just thinking about the period. I mean, that's the most important thing right now. Yesterday, I was thinking about the next series, but, you know, it's we got to get through this game, make sure we win the game, keep going after them. That's the most important thing.
Appreciate your time. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
Momentum is such a big part of the game, but there's another side to momentum as well. You got to be on the opposite end. Who's getting sapped more, Philadelphia or Tampa Bay?
Philadelphia by far, John. They're the most fragile club. They know their playoff record. They've lost 5 of the last 6 games in this situation the last 5 of the 6 years. They're the team that had the lead twice, couldn't handle it. They're the team that finally saw Javi Bulin give up a soft goal, thinking it was over then. Tampa Bay comes right back. And what's even worse, insult to injury, Fedotenko has 2 goals. Philly traded Fedotenko for a first-round pick, which turned into Yanni Pitkinen. So Fedotenko would love nothing better to walk into Philadelphia and score the winning goal against the Flyers. So the Flyers are fragile. They got to come out and do something good quick.
Fedotenko as well in his first 32 playoff games, 4 goals. In his last 5 games, 5 goals, including 2 tonight. When we come back, we'll take a closer look at Philadelphia Flyers forward Simon Gagner and his route to the National Hockey League. Oh, look at the goalie.
This intermission report, presented by Dodge, the official road team of the NHL. Grab life by the horns. Dodge.
Velocity meets versatility. The all-new Hemi-powered Dodge Magnum. Open it up from either end.
No, 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 wrong. Mayday, mayday.
Not a good time.
Exactly. Not a good time. I said it. I don't like it.
My client? How bad?
What is with the marble? Very, very bad. People don't listen. Too many trees.
Doing the smile thing?
This is a joke, right? Doing it now.
Relax. You're under budget.
We're under budget. We're under budget. We're under budget. I love it. Loves it. Oh.
Coast to coast walkie-talkies get it done. Nextel.
A1 steak sauce.
That's good.
Yeah, it's that important.
The best directed movie of all time is now the DVD loaded with a fistful of extras. Own The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly Collector's Edition DVD today.
With round-the-clock service, you'll feel really good riding with Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
That's not tough enough to stop athlete's foot. Hit that with boom, tough actin Tinactin. Tinactin's the only one proven to prevent athlete's foot. Lamisil can't say that. Get boom, tough actin Tinactin.
In a perfect world, you can skate anywhere you want, man. Tony Hawk would be this, like, milkman, and he'd give us all the Hershey's milkshakes we could drink.
That'd be perfect.
No, not really. It'd be perfect if everybody had a Mohawk Hershey's milkshake. Shake reality.
Welcome back to the Dodge Intermission Report.
Game 7, if there is a Game 7, would be Saturday night, 7 o'clock Eastern Time from Tampa Bay. And Simon Gagne of the Flyers, one guy hoping he gets a chance for at least one more game.
I'm Simon Gagne from the Philadelphia Flyers. I'm born in Quebec City. This Christmas, a gift was a tape of me when I was a little kid. They put me on the ice and see myself at 2, 3, and 4 years old. See all those progression was pretty cool to see that. The Quebec Nordic left in, I think, in '95. I was a big fan. I had the chance to watch that last game at the Colisée, playoff against New York Rangers, and I find a pair of tickets at the last minute. I was in the pit last row in the rink. It was tough to see that team go away.
Stastny scores!
You grow up watching the Stastny, the Goulet, and Sakic.
It is over!
They won the cup the year after, so that was something very tough to take. My dad is retired now. He was a policeman for 35 years. We're playing hockey in the street and stuff, and my dad was coming with the police car, and you're kind of proud to see your dad coming, and you're with your buddies. That was something I was maybe looking forward to do it if I was not playing hockey. Sergeant Gagne. Maybe it sounds pretty good, but right now I'm very happy I'm a hockey player.
The guy who's been the surgeon in this game has been Ruslan Fedotenko. A couple of goals and a 4-3 lead for the Lightning.
This is kind of cool.
Well, I like the zoom, but is it about megapixels?
Or these memory things?
Well, it's really about what you're going to use it for.
Perfect.
Well, for taking pictures of the kids.
For taking pictures of the kids.
Digital made easy. Get no interest for 2 years on select digital cameras and digital camcorders. Thousands of possibilities. Get yours.
passage is intense. But if you complete the journey, you will find your destiny among the world's greatest warriors. The few, the proud, the Marines.
Riding teaches responsibility, builds confidence, and can turn children into champions. The four-stroke CRFs from Honda. Every champion needs a good start.
Now get up to $200 in bonus bucks with the purchase of select CRF models.
Dear Bobby, how much ice time did you log last game? Sincerely, Mark. Dear Mark, which game?
More of the Dodge intermission report. Between the first and second period, we showed you the forwards from Team USA, defense and goaltenders now.
Well, again, John, that's an experienced group led by Chris Chelios. The Americans do not have any great young defensemen. Leopold's on the team. I thought maybe Keith Carney would be on this team, maybe a guy like Brian Bride bringing the puck up. If you look at goaltenders, again, Robert Ashe, Philadelphia, Ricky DiPietro. This is the youngest group they have. I thought maybe Mike Dunham might be there for experience, one of the veteran goaltenders as an American, but that's a young group of goaltenders.
I think everybody expected to see Dunham on that team. Right now, the Flyers just hoping to see a Game 7. They're 20 minutes away from elimination.
This intermission report, presented by Dodge, the official road team of the NHL. Grab life by the horns. Dodge.
Yeah, I love the low-carb life. I feel better and look better, but sometimes I crave things like chocolate milk.
That's why there's Hood Chocolate Carb Countdown. It's made from milk, but has fewer carbs. 2 grams of net carbs per 8-ounce serving. That's 90% less than chocolate milk, and it has 33% more protein with the rich chocolate taste you've been craving. It's the only Atkins-approved dairy beverage. Carb Countdown from Hood, America's dairy expert since 1846.
Describe the perfect day, Liz.
Well, we're driving to the lake, the kids watch a DVD, and Joe and I have some quality time.
Joe?
Okay, we're barreling along. The Hemi's kicking some serious butt. Then we fish.
Ah, see, you're not traveling in the same vehicle.
The all-new Durango. Big size, smooth ride, Hemi power.
What a quack.
Qualified buyers who finance through Chrysler Financial get an additional $1,000 for a total combined cash allowance of $4,500 on Durango.
First there was 1 blade, then 2, then 3. But 4 blades? Give me a break, right? Wrong. Schick Quattro has 4 blades and 2 conditioning strips, so you get an incredibly close, smooth shave. Schick Quattro, the power of 4.
Nature fanatic, health nut. Grape nuts eaters have been called many things.
There.
Fortunately, they haven't heard a word of it. The unique nutty crunch and delicious taste of grape nuts. Live life your own way.
You never seem to win my romancing. The only time you hold me is when we're dancing. I don't know why I love you like I do. I don't know why, but I do.
If these walls could talk, they'd say use the straight line laser level. Just level, set, fire, and get everything laser straight. Laser Level, part of the straight line laser tool family.
Hi, Tom Bodette. You're about to witness the miracle of savings. Quick 6 web bargains save you even more at Motel6.com. Technology and value, the stuff of life. We'll leave the light on for you. And Accor Hotel.
I wanna talk about meat, wanna talk about fire, wanna talk about barbecue on my meat mouth.
Applebee's new honey barbecue baby back ribs. Talk about good.
But for ribs like these, I wanna talk Applebee's.
Eating good in the neighborhood.
Taurasi returns to Connecticut to face Lindsay Whalen and the Sun. The WNBA begins Saturday at 4 Eastern on ABC.
Can you adore me?
The Stanley Cup playoffs on ESPN2. Brought to you by Dodge, the official road team of the NHL. Grab life by the horns. Dodge. And Heineken. It's all about the beer. Heineken.
Philadelphia's the site. The sound you hear in the background, the full Liberty Bell being rung. The question, as Hemingway said, is, for whom does the bell toll? For Philadelphia, it tolls that they must win this third period or their season is over.
And for that to happen, Robert Esche is going to have to be better. That is number one. Number two, you can't get in the penalty box unless you really have to take a penalty. Dan Markov was in the penalty box on an awful penalty that led to the Fedotenko power play goal. But both teams have shown great resilience in this game, Gary. Leads have vanished. Both teams have trailed, and both teams have led.
Not done yet, and now the Flyers obviously are going to give you the period of their season. Now Anderchuk and Brashear are dancing. The start of every period, Brashier's had a dance with somebody. Bottom of your screen, that's Anderchuk and Brashear, the captain of Tampa Bay. Brashier's been put out there by Ken Hitchcock to start each of the periods. We are underway in the third. Tampa Bay looking to move to the Stanley Cup Finals for the first time ever, if they can win one more period. Philadelphia wants a Game 7. And let's check in with Joe Micheletti as wait a minute, Corey Sarge down.
He got clipped up high with the stick. Branko Radivojevic was trying to outrace him to the puck, and Radivojevic went for a one-hand stick lift and missed. Corey Sarge is going to have hamburger for a face here before this series is over. No penalty, I don't believe. No, there is no penalty called. Here comes Radivojevic. Watch the stick come up. He actually whacked with one hand on the stick. He whacked Saric's stick, and his own stick went up the shaft of Saric's right under his face. Look at Corey Saric's eyes. Can we see him here? I mean, he could be auditioning for the role as Rocky Raccoon right about now.
Appropriate to note at this point, the Tampa Bay officialdom between periods absolutely, I mean, livid with the officiating in this game. They believe Philadelphia's getting away with bloody murder, and they have the 4-3 lead in the game. Gubina drops it off, flipped ahead by LeCavalier into the zone. Malakoff came back to get it. Malakoff turning it into the middle. Trying to hit Primo, who was cutting. Got deflected back into the zone. Markov moved it up to the line. Good play by Martin St. Louis to get it away. Back it came to Markov. And Markov will bring it up, or try. They change up, Tampa Bay does. Primo lost it at center, swept it in. They were way offside, though. Joe Micheletti, you're not cut, are you?
Hello, guys.
You okay?
I'm all right.
All right, down to Joe.
Okay, appreciate it, guys. The Flyers going into this period, they told their team a couple of things after that second period. To get back to what they were doing in the first period, that's staying wide and going to the net hard and getting shots, instead of using those draw passes. And you two have talked all series long about how you can't turn the puck over. They did in that second period. They're going to try and eliminate that here in the third.
Got to do that. Tampa Bay gets it out of there. Shots are 19-16 in favor of Tampa Bay.
Drop passes and turnovers are bad against most teams. They're suicide against the Tampa Bay Lightning. That's how good Tampa's counterattack is.
Richards moves that one into the middle. He'll gun it in wide on a pass to Modine. Modine's had a tremendous series, although quiet in this game. Brad Lukowich held that one in. Modine has been a leader offensively for this team in the playoffs, as he has picked up 6 goals, 9 assists. He's a goal and 3 assists in this series coming into tonight's game.
But it's been the LeCavalier line with St. Louis and Ruslan Fedotenko. All 4 goals, 2 for Fedotenko, 2 for LeCavalier.
They have done the damage. They've turned to their expected offensive stars. Kansas takes the hit. Into the corner, puck loose. Seebeck held his arms up. Tamander dumped it back. Janssen's got it.
Good fourth line shift here for Tampa Bay. What you want to do is get out there, crash, bang, forecheck, make it an energy shift. And Wall and Dingman and Seebeck did just that.
They have done that. Got the turnover. Pratt waiting for line mates on the ice. It'll be flipped in by Dingman, and Tampa Bay will complete a change. Vetkinen coming back to get it. A rookie defenseman, a little trouble handling, but got it out through center. Donald Brashear out, sends it in on net. Nikolai Habibulin to Sidor. Sidor turning it hard to into the wall. Stick up again on him over there. That was Brashear who was behind him. Turned near side Dave Anderchuk. Brashear came all the way across and got him. Primo had that shot blocked into the corner. Cavino went down on the ice. Right back into the zone.
Primo's chance there was absolutely a result of Donald Brashear being just a madman on the forecheck with two big hits, one on each side, Sador and then Anderchuk.
You saw the sprawling Brock right there. Craig Ramsey, who runs the defense on the bench over there for Tampa Bay. I was talking with him tonight. I said, do you approve of players going down and to block shots because you do so much of it? He says, we don't approve of it, but we allow our guys to make that decision out on the ice. We know it happens, and we don't tell them not to do it.
They just don't encourage it.
Yeah. Most teams, a lot of teams, will say don't do it. Tampa Bay, not so. Latatenko gets tripped up by Recchi. Got a stick underneath him. Brother Malakoff did. Cleared around for Gagne near side. Intercepted by Boyle. Back for Lecavalier. Lecavalier saw the hit coming. Tried to stand up on Commander. Gagne. Stillman moves him back. Played by Janssen. Lecavalier, a shot on him.
How about Lecavalier? I'll tell you what. I thought Game 5 was his most physical game ever. I think he's been more physical here since this game has turned.
Boyle had the shot blocked right in front of him by Gagne. Lecavalier has just answered the bell from the second half of the season on and has picked his play up here in this series. Stillman guns that one in. Esch couldn't stop it. Over to get it, Brad Richards. Richards trying to dump it back. Marcotte to Richards. Here's Commander. Commander for Philadelphia. Commander reversing direction on it. Markov on the near side. Markov got it into the middle. Hands loose to Kapanen. Kapanen has got a goal over for Recchi. Mike Recchi turns the Jets. Prop went down. Recchi all the way around. Backhander blocked into the corner. That was Richards who got a stick on it. Brad Richards moved up. Couldn't get that one from the point. Commander. His chance went through. Save made. Happy Bowler.
Oh, that was a rocket.
Markov held it in the zone as the D pinching for Philadelphia. Sarge could not move it. O'Dean will come back to get it. 2-4 checkers in Flyers. At the point, Commander tried to body it and went by.
And you won't see the Flyers D-men pulling out at the blue line. No way. They're going to stand in on every attempted clear by Tampa Bay.
Commander lost it. Deflected into the corner. Fedosenkov had the chance. Taylor short side. And it's off the side of the net. Esch held the short side. Primo drops it off. Commander's got it. 14:55 to go in the third. Loose at center ice. Philadelphia changing. Down the middle. Leclerc tried to get through. Could not. Played around by a Fedosenkov. Went through Cavino. Held in. Petkinen dumped it. Tony Amandi. Leclerc. Primo. Primo in front of the net. Petkinen dumps it there. Again blocked Cavino. Amandi's got it. Amandi takes the hit of Fedosenkov. Off the wall, Dave Anderchuk. Anderchuk and Primo tied up. Held in again. That one ripped wide by Leclerc, not on net. Played back at center by Malakoff. Malakoff from the red line. Another block. Petkinen. Long shift. Center. Got it into the middle all the way through. Petkinen still out there in the ice. Petkinen was trying to get off. Couldn't get to the bench. Played by Sador. Sador moves it up the near side boards. They get it back into the middle. Roy sends it in. Esch held that one up. The flip back out to center. Philadelphia trying to get a line change done here. Sent into the middle. Zhamnov. Big save made. Zhamnov sent sprawling. Cleared back up and out of the zone. Dingman got it out of there. Zhamnov through the middle. Javi Bulin had a big third period in the last game, and it's starting that way again. Off the near side, Boyle trying to get it to Dingman. Markov stepped up to hold it in again. Dingman pushed it into the middle and gets it back. Dingman to the red line. Down he goes. Markov diving underneath him, lost his helmet. And an offside call. Nobody wants the bad penalty here. The physical play of Vincent Lecavalier. A look at it when we come back.
Who says a pro athlete can't be out of shape? Who says a light beer can't taste great? Amstel Light, the beer drinker's light beer.
I'll get the seats, you get the stroller.
Introducing the only minivan with 2 rows of fold-in floor seats. The all-new 2005 Grand Caravan with exclusive stow-and-go seating and storage.
Honey, you coming?
Qualified buyers who finance through Chrysler Financial get an additional $500 for a total combined cash allowance of $1,500 on Grand Caravan.
Now on DVD.
My precious.
Hi, Mom. From the director of Airplane and Naked Gun.
We're facing an unprecedented crisis. Get me the president.
You are the president. Winner of no Academy Awards.
No! What do we think?
Pathetic. But still outrageously funny.
People don't care about this. They want hard-hitting stories and in-depth coverage and twins.
Scary Movie 3. Own it today on DVD and video.
Dancing.
I don't play.
Who says you can't play golf in a blizzard? Who says a light beer can't taste great? Amstel Light, the beer drinker's light beer.
Vincent Lecavalier, a physical presence, something new for him. At this juncture in his career, he has elevated his play. Last couple of shifts, all physical. As coach John Tortorella said, he was better in the Montreal series than he has been in this series. That was 2 games ago. He said, but he will answer the challenge in this series as well. So far, John Tortorella is right on the money.
Lecavalier answering at both ends of the ice. Out there to take a face-off. It'll be won by Primo.
Yeah, and oh, by the way, Lecavalier also has 2 goals in this game.
Yes. Move back into the middle. Malakoff brings it in. Malakoff a shot and a quick one off the blocker. Primo trying to get a shot off, but St. Louis picked his stick up. Down back behind the net. Philadelphia. In front. Gagne could not get a shot, and it's cleared.
How about that defensive play by St. Louis?
St. Louis with an obvious advantage size-wise, still able to reach in and move it. Down on the ice, Gagne lifts it wide side. Primo trying to turn on Sador. There they are again. Philadelphia down by 1. 12:44 left to go in the 3rd period of a must-win game for the Flyers. Markov looking. He'll send it in. Went right under Stillman's stick, but wide. Richards cleared it up for Stillman. Knocked down Primo. Cleared right back out. Chance for the odd man rush here. 3-on-2. Philadelphia changing. They get in. Shot wide of the net. Stillman was going to wind up and take it, but the puck never got to him. Blocked by Hanzus. Hanzus moves it the other way. Sammy Kapanen. Kapanen save. Underneath Hanzus.
Tried it again. Worked once in the 2nd period. Why not now?
Give it a whirl. Stillman cleared it up the wall. Held in by Janssen. Moved by Modine, but not out. Kavina Hanzus, and it's cleared. Brad Richards knocked it down over there. Tampa Bay will make a line change. Commander on the near side. Dumped along the wall. Boyle coming back to get it. 3rd period shots. Philadelphia. After Tampa Bay had him in the 2nd. Back through the middle. Nobody there. Lecavalier twice. Benetenko twice for Tampa Bay in the goals. Philadelphia. Gagne. Primo. Kapanen. Behind the net. The look. Benetenko. Benesenkov. This line has been good. 3rd back up the near side. Dave Anderchuk, the man on the middle in this.
This line's going to have to be really good now, Gary, because they are the defensive stoppers for Tampa Bay. Tim Taylor in the middle with Anderchuk and Benesenkov.
There's a 9-iron that didn't get out. Shot wide by Amati. You got it all. Malakoff able to hold it into the corner. They come back to Pitkanen at the point. His shot. That one high. It was Lecavalier sliding on the ice, and it came to center offside.
It is going to take great sacrifice for the Tampa Bay Lightning now, and everybody has to be involved, including their little dynamo, Marty St. Louis. Moments ago in front of Hobby Bulin, he came in and just stripped Gagne of the puck before Gagne could get a shot away. Great body position. He lifted Gagne's stick, then he separated Gagne from the puck and used his own body to shield the puck from Gagne.
Sacrifice given. Shot in, save made. Malakoff, Hobby Bulin there. Pratt clears it around the near side. Simon Gagne. Stick picked up with Primo. Clear it again. Pratt's the man who got there defensively. Malakoff holds it in. Jeremy Roenick's shot. Hit Corey Sarge. Primo back. Sarge behind the net. It came off the dasher. He got hit by Gagne. Gagne gets the puck. Primo shot. Deflected up in the air. Corey Sarge was the man moving in front of him. Got between Hobby Bulin and Primo. Sarge clears it out of the zone. Janssen back to get it. 10:30 to go. Off the wall near side, Primo. Primo moved it in. The takedown by Corey Sarge. Cleared up and out. Sarge playing a big game for Tampa Bay and starting to eat up some ice time again as he did in the last game. dumped into the zone. Both teams were changing. Kubina hit the player. Could have been 2 men on the ice.
He played it intentionally. It should have been called.
No call on it. Markov coming back to get it. Markov back for Pitkin in his own end. Off the far side. You want to know who the coaches trust most in a game on their team? With under 10 minutes to go in the third period of a must-win game, you're going to find out right now for both of these clubs.
Gary John Tortorella trusts everybody. He's got his fourth line out there. They're going off now. Digman's still out there. Andre Waugh and Seabach.
He's done it all year. He refuses to change it up. Intercepted. Modine shot. Missed it high and into the net. It may have hit the glove. Oh, look at that chance in the final 10 minutes of the third period.
From Real, with every specially marked 12-pack of Heineken. No purchase required. See store display or Heineken.com for details. While supplies last.
Now, we show in this section that many functions can be approximated by polynomials, and that the polynomials, instead of the original functions, can be used for computations when the difference between the actual function value and the polynomial approximations is sufficiently small. Now, tonight's homework is Taylor's formula. I want you to work on it very hard because we are going to be quizzed on it by the end of the week. I know you'll do well because you always do well, right? It's a little bit difficult at first.
Hey, I have to ship Grandma's present, and it may take a long time. So if you guys behave, I'll get you a surprise.
Will you finally get us a dog?
If you behave the whole time, I'll get you each a dog.
You'll be surprised how fast you can ship packages at the UPS store.
And you're all set.
That's it?
That's it.
No, that can't be it.
That's it.
To find the UPS store closest to you, visit theupsstore.com.
Time to bring out Rocky.
A turnover for the Flyers here led to the Frederick Modine scoring chance that Robert F. made a sensational save on. Nicked it with the glove and put it up into the screen. But unfortunately for Robert Esch and the Flyers, he has not made enough sensational saves to have this anything other than a one-goal deficit right now.
Allencock cleared it around. 9:30 left to go. Here's Recchi. Recchi sends it in behind the net. Nikolai Habibulin misplayed. Kapanen drops it back again in front. Zhamnov. Habibulin didn't misplay that one. And he covers it up.
No, he sure didn't. Boy, he was square and ready, and Zhamnov went high on the shot, and it nailed Habibulin right in the chest, I think. But when the point of attack changes instantaneously from here to here, and the shot is coming, boy, you got to get over there quickly. Habibulin had to hustle because I think he believed the play was coming out the other side.
He was pulling that left leg in.
It's about reading, never losing sight of the puck, and being able to adjust when that point of attack changes from behind you to in front of you.
31-year-old, 26 wins, 21 losses, playoff history. This year, 11-3. Markov knocked it away and picks it up. Off the near side, Commander back for Markov. Jeremy Roenick out there with Gagne and Primo. Poke checked away Anderchuk. There again is that big reach of Dave Anderchuk. Commander takes it back in behind the net. Anderchuk, so tall and such a long stick. Many players think they've gotten around him, and the next thing they know, the puck's going the other way. Primo, good move, centered right through the paint. Gagne picks it up. Lecavalier sends it high. Primo knocked it down. Primo looking in front. Shot. Habibulin again, a save on Jeremy Roenick. Kubina trying to clear. Roenick knocked it down. Comes back and finds it. Roenick still there. Kubina had it. Lost it again. Big battles in the corner. Primo from Gagne. Sends it in. Habibulin will cover and hang on. Let's check in with John Saunders. John.
Well, guys, he probably should have gone to Philadelphia because William Davidson and his Pistons are rolling. They're going to win Game 7 easily. It might be a daily double for Mr. Davidson.
Not a bad day in the field of financial success.
What do you mean, he makes money if his teams win?
Yes.
Oh, okay. It's a profit scheme. Okay.
It is, honest to God. Cleared back to Janssen on the draw. Janssen in, shot. Save Habibulin at the last second.
I don't think he saw it. If he did, it must have changed directions.
Loose again along the red line. Tampa Bay now with having to weather the surge as the Flyers, with only 8 minutes to go in the third period, just hammering away. Leclerc. Tampa Bay's got a 4-3 lead. Leclerc blocked by Corey Sarge. Handzus goes the other way with it. Leclerc. Pratt's on him. Pratt and Leclerc do battle on the wall. John Leclerc got it away. Nobody in front of the net at the moment. Malakoff hit it in. That got blocked again. Brad Richards picks it up. Richards dumps it into the corner. Benesenkov racing for it. Esch got it away to Malakoff up the wall. Malakoff could not get to it in time to clear the zone. Flip back. Boyle will get it. Boyle drops it. Lukowicz's shot goes off the back of the net. Again, the fourth line for Tampa Bay's back out there. Was Waugh coming along the wall doing battle. Cleared back up for Zhamnov.
And what this means is John Tortorella feels that these guys won't hurt him defensively.
Here comes Recchi. Recchi, a shot blocked. It was wide, but Javi Bulin takes care of it anyway.
He's been a human vacuum cleaner with his catching glove. Anything to the left side of his body, and it has been sucked into the vacuum bag. Javi Bulin on a play a couple of minutes ago. Shot from the point. Any traffic there? He picked it up coming out of traffic and had to flash the pad to the right. Watch this from our Southwest Airlines goal cam. Where is it? Oh, there it is. Still think it might have changed directions. That's how quick he is with his pads.
He is on right now. Face off, Jeremy Roenick won it back to the point. Malkoff tried to step up, left the puck. Gets tied up over there and cleared out of the zone. St. Louis. St. Louis moving it in. He's got a trailer. He drops it, heads to the net. Shot, the save made by Esch. Left it for Tim Taylor. In front. Shot, Taylor, rebound. Covered up and blocked by Markov. 2-3 chances for Tampa Bay.
And because they tried to put the puck back into play.
How about Primo? A little slash right there, trying to get the stick on a Javi Bulin.
A big
for a penalty.
Big slash.
Cleared back up the wall. Fans want calls and not getting them 3-on-2 the other way, maybe. Left, St. Louis in. Martin St. Louis a backhander. Save made. Esch dropped it. Cookin and played it off the boards. Both teams trying to get line changes done here. Long shifts. Markov drops it off. 6:17 left to go and counting. Tampa Bay with a win will go to the finals against Calgary. Philadelphia intercept. Javi Bulin. It got blocked by Pratt. Javi Bulin with a huge mistake.
He only got away with it because he put it under Radivojevich's backhand.
Hickinen deflected to the near side. Played by Radivojevich. Radivojevich coming to the bottom. Handzus back there with him. Handzus picks it up. Fedotenko had the hit. Fedotenko. Handzus coming. Lost the puck. Handzus shot. Hit the outside of the net. And Javi Bulin covers. And it's only going to heat up with 5:44 to go and Tampa Bay leading by 1.
Who says a pro athlete can't be out of shape? Who says a light beer can't taste great? Amstel Light, the beer drinker's light beer.
Emu's on the loose. Emu's on the loose.
Where?
Everywhere.
Where everywhere?
New York City.
The trade show.
Big problem. Yeah, any ideas?
Mama.
Mama?
Here, Mama.
Coast to coast walkie-talkies get it done. Nextel.
Dude, what do you got in that thing?
I got an amp, guitar, surfboard, ladder, and 12 2x4s.
Velocity meets versatility. The all-new Hemi-powered Dodge Magnum. Open it up from either end.
Dancing.
I don't play.
Who says you can't play golf in a blizzard? Who says a light beer can't taste great? Amstel Light, the beer drinker's light beer.
19,000, and the Orange Crush trying to have an impact. Their Flyers down by 1. Face-off, Zhamnov won it. Janssen's got it to the point. Malikov a shot. Save made. Happy bullet. Rebound. Zhamnov under the pad and then behind the net. Boyle tied up. Zhamnov knocked it away. Came back to Anderchuk. Cleared it up and out of the zone. Janssen. Big time hits on a Fanasenko at center. Chased down by Malikov. Third period, you see the scoring chances and shots. Flyers have come back here in the third, but not a goal. Zhamnov off the glass high. Boyle. Sammy Kapanen all over him. Recchi trying to knock it away. Sticks up. Poke checked into the corner. Recchi. Richards down on the ice. Cleared back the other way. Not out of the zone, though. Flyers putting tremendous pressure on Janssen. He was outside the zone. Ken Hitchcock's Flyers. John Tortorella's Tampa Bay Lightning. In a series that has just bounced back and forth, not only game to game, but period to period.
And this game has been the greatest seesaw battle of the series. The question is for Philadelphia, can it saw back the other way?
They're only one down from tying this thing up. It'll be flipped away and into the zone by Fanasenko, racing with Markov. Puck against the wall. Markov protecting. Fanasenko just took it away. Shot right through the top on a turnaround chance. Gravina held it in. Dumped around the boards. Dave Anderchuk. Anderchuk couldn't control. Roenick brings it out. Roenick with Gagne. Roenick in. Roenick back out. Thought he was going to be offside, and it is.
It was. He brought it across the blue line if for only a split second. But Gagne was off.
And he shot that puck up into the Tampa bench, and got a long stare from the linesman over there. Just frustration, understandably so. 4:32 to go, and you're down a goal in a must-win game.
Tampa Bay Lightning, though, are 4 minutes and 32 seconds away from complete arrival as a franchise. They will get to go to the Stanley Cup Finals if they can weather the storm.
Tony Amati had it, lost it, got it back, sends it deeper into the corner. Saric, Handzus shot, again blocked and cleared.
But that's going to be right on Esch, no icing.
Break for Tampa Bay. Malakov's got to come back to get it. Keep in mind this Tampa Bay team is 21st in payroll. Philadelphia's payroll 4th highest in the league. Calgary was 19th. You could have a Stanley Cup Finals with a 19th and 21st payrolls. And Tampa Bay has tried to make a point about that all year. That the league needs to get with it about building from within. And they would like nothing better than to say, look, we made it on $33 million, 21st payroll, and we're in the finals. And we built it from within. It's a point Barber, who we talked with earlier, Joe Micheletti did. Bill Barber's made repeatedly this year. That's what we're trying to do, and we want the rest of the league to follow us.
Vincent Lecavalier, really raised on a hockey silver spoon. Their line has been awesome. First overall in '98, got into the NHL as an 18-year-old with a big salary. Marty St. Louis, never drafted, 3 years in the minors. They have come to this point through different paths and following different roads, but the destination was always the same. They wanted to get to the Stanley Cup Finals and win a Stanley Cup, and they're 333 away from getting there.
And continuing to play their very steady, solid game. Commander back, that will be an icing call, and that's something Tampa Bay cannot afford to do for the Flyer faceoff men.
The big line for Tampa Bay, Vincent Lecavalier. He accounted for the first 2 goals. One of his wingers, the ex-Flyer Ruslan Fedotenko. He picked up the next 2 goals. All 4 goals scored by the one line.
Lecavalier, Fedotenko, 2 goals each. Anderchuk, St. Louis, 2 assists. Primo's 1-1 tonight. Gagne and Kapanen, the other goals for the Flyers. 3:27 remaining on the clock. Neither team has used their 30-second timeout. Face-offs in favor of the Flyers, who have been a much better face-off team all season. Zhamnov trying to tie it up. That time was Taylor. Couldn't do it. Zhamnov won it. Recchi back up onto the point. They send it in front. Just blocked by a ton of people. Nabi Bullen holding the fort again. Fanasenko trying to get through the traffic. That one sent right back in wide. Malikov. That was close. Blocked up the far side wall. 3:05 left to go. Zhamnov back over to Recchi. Shot in the corner. Had that one dropped. Taylor came over trying to get it. Couldn't. Back in behind the net. Reggie still looking. Off the wall. Deflected. And again, Tampa Bay just wants to clear. Fedosenkov got it out of there. Markov back. Both teams changing. The clock now. Philadelphia also battles that. Commander got it through the middle. Radivojevic had it blocked. Lukowicz, and it's offside.
Boy, the Flyers have cost themselves with 3 offsides in the last 3 minutes. This was a team that was built to win the Stanley Cup. 2 minutes and 37 seconds from now, their off-season will begin. The Tampa Bay Lightning built their season slowly but surely, and after Christmas kept coming on until they won the Eastern Conference regular season title with the most points.
Cavalier brings it into the zone. St. Louis cutting, blocked by Tamander. St. Louis reaching in on him. Tamander turned it out to center. He'll gun it in hard along the wall to the near side. Jeremy Roenick, Gagne, Roenick in the corner with St. Louis. Both checked away by Taylor. Kubina came in to help. Kubina trying to push it away. Had it blocked, taken down by Roenick, and I mean there is no sledding. Hooking, holding, hanging, slashing. It all goes with 2:07 to go. Gagne takes the hit. Roenick, Primo moved in to help. 2 minutes left to go in the third period. Tampa Bay leading at 4-3. All the scoring coming in the first 2 periods. Primo got it away to Tamander. A shot.
This play, it started in the corner. You talk about hand-to-hand combat. Finally on this play, Martin St. Louis will make a hand pass to Dave Andreychuk up the boards right there. It went by Andreychuk to Tamander. His shot got by Hobby Bullen, went off to the one side, and Keith Primo danced out to the empty side and has dramatically tied this game at 4.
What a game. A minute 38 left to go. Game tied at 4-4. Sammy Kapanen stole it. Rucky over to get it. Rucky back for Kapanen. Kapanen trying to turn it to the front. Did in the middle. Blocked and poked away. Moving back up Modine. Modine got it out of there. Trying to go across ice with it. Corey Stillman leaves it. Down the middle. Richards a shot and a save made. It's cleared back out. We are not done yet in this. Flyers change it. Teddy Amati into the zone. Sarge back. The goal at 18-11. The 4th of the series for Primo in the 9th this playoff year. Tamander the assist. We continue. Sarge chasing it down. Under a minute to go in the period. Amati's up. Teddy Amati. Corey Sarge lost it. Amati got it. Amati heading to the front. Shot. Side of the net. Still loose. Pratt. Amati heading with a stick. Cleared back up and out of the zone. Cavalier couldn't handle. Markov came over to get it. The Cavalier's deep in the zone. Tampa Bay changing. Sador will chase it down behind the net. Sador up for Kubina. Kubina not at the red. Still sends it in. Blocked. Here comes Primo. Plenty of time left. Primo heads to the front of the net. As does Gagne. Gloved by Hobby Bullen, and he hangs on to Roenick's shot.
Keith Primo right back out after tying the game. Dish to Jeremy Roenick. And if there's one place you are not going to beat Nikolai Hobby Bullen in this game, it's right there to the glove. But Jeremy Roenick had to miss the defenseman to get the shot away. But the Flyers have a face-off. Before we end this game in regulation, there is still the matter of a face-off deep in Tampa's zone. And there is a timeout now that has been called by Philadelphia. Another look at the goal. St. Louis with a hand pass that went by Andreychuk. Primo actually had it go off his toe through the crease by Hobby Bullen, and he was able to get to his own puck before Hobby Bullen knew where it was. Look at this. How quickly did Keith Primo dance around the net?
Somebody asked me, has a player ever won the Conn Smythe for the MVP of the playoffs and not made it to the finals? I said no, but boy, if anybody's ever going to get it, Primo's putting on a show, and hey, they may be in the finals anyway.
He's got 2 more goals now in the playoffs than he had in the entire regular season.
Just an unbelievable run for him. He had 9 playoff goals in 110 games. He's got 8 in 17 this season.
Boy, this is interesting. Dave Vanderchuk's a right-hand shot. That's usually Tim Taylor's side to take him, and Roney takes a shot.
That one
almost gets it.
Side almost had it. Off the wall with 19 seconds left. Primo's chance gets blocked. Moved out of the zone by Dave Vanderchuk. On the bounce, Taylor will send it in. Held on to Esch behind the net, leads it. 8-7 counting down here in the 3rd period. Flyers coming back to tie this up. The 17th overtime game of the playoffs is going to be right here tonight. Our Southwest intermission report coming up. Then we will have overtime. A series that won't die. 4-4. John and Barry are next.
Welcome to the Southwest Airlines Intermission Report.
Welcome back, and all I can say is Barry Melrose, when he was head coach in Adirondack, and you had this young Keith Primo, and his legs were going in all different directions, did you ever think he would perform like he has in the playoffs?
I knew he was going to be an NHL player. I knew he was going to be a good NHL player, but no, I didn't envision the leadership. I didn't envision the clutch goal scoring, the clutch playmaking, making everyone better. So I didn't expect him to be this great. I knew he was going to be good.
He has been unbelievable. Let's recap what happened in a very interesting game number 6 as Tampa Bay is trying to wrap things up. Vinny LeCavalier, he's been just terrific over the last few games. 1-0 was the lead, but then Simon Gagne gets it back.
Why? Because he's playing with Primo. They made line changes. Gagne hasn't scored a goal yet this series. Bang, they put him with Primo. Roenick hasn't scored a goal. Roenick got an assist right there. So again, the Primo influence. Whoever you play Primo with gets better all of a sudden, John.
And then Sador makes a big mistake here.
And a great play by Malakoff, great vision. And who's on the ice again? That line. Primo's backdoor goal. Everything's going Philly's way right now.
2-1. They've regained the momentum until Vinny LeCavalier tees it up and beats Esch and ties the game at 2 apiece. But still in the 2nd period, Sammy Kapanen, who's played some D and some forward, gets an easy one.
And a chink in Happy Boulin's armor. He hasn't given up a soft goal for, seems like, 2 years, and finally one goes under his legs, and now it's 3-2 Philly. You think Philly has the game under control.
But then Fedotenko, as Martin St. Louis does most of the work. The pass comes in front. Fedotenko has the goal, and it's all tied at 3 in a row, and Fedotenko's not done.
Well, watch Andrechuk here. He makes the play happen. For some reason, Philly really got spread out in the slot. He should not have a shot from that with 4 guys back killing the penalty. Bad coverage, but again, Fedotenko, used to be Philly's property, scores the goal.
So there's just less than 2 minutes left, and Keith Primo does not even have to come from behind the net to score that goal because of that reach.
Well, what happened is the Lightning tried to win 4-3, John. They didn't attack the Flyers at all. The Flyers could just keep coming offensively time after time after time, and they finally got a loose puck goal by Primo, of course. So I don't think the Lightning deserved to win that period. They just weren't playing hard. They were playing kitty by the door, and it finally burnt them.
And are they on their heels as far as going to overtime as well?
No, I don't think so, because I think if you would have talked to the Tampa Bay Lightning before the game and John Tortorella, and you said, John, you have a chance to go into overtime against the Philadelphia Flyers in their building for all the marbles and a trip to the Stanley Cup, I think he would have took it at the start of the game.
Even if you told him he was up 4-3 with a minute 50
left? I would
have
cut that part of the story out.
Would have changed that part. Stick around. We'll come back. Keith Primo has been the story of this game, perhaps the series, as he knocks this one with under 2 left to send it to overtime.
This intermission report brought to you by Southwest Airlines, the official airline of the National Hockey League. Southwest Airlines, a symbol of freedom.
These low fares to your favorite vacation destinations start at just $49.
are now free to move about the country.
I'd like to tell you a little story about my grandparents. They had a refrigerator that they knitted themselves out of yarn. It was small, not very cold, but it taught me a valuable lesson. Not all of us have king-sized refrigerators. And that's why Miller brings you the space-saving Fridge Pack. It proves once again that Miller is a beer of the people. Plus, it's got this little lip here that keeps the beers from tumbling out.
Choose great beer in great boxes, Miller. Good call.
No, wrong.
Mayday, mayday.
Not a good time.
Exactly, not a good time. I said it, I don't like it.
My client?
How bad?
What is with the marble? Very, very bad. People don't listen. Too many trees.
Doing the smile thing.
This is a joke, right? Doing it now.
Relax. You're under budget.
We're under budget. We're under budget. We're under budget. I love it.
Loves it.
Coast to coast walkie-talkies get it done. Nextel.
Velocity meets versatility. The all-new Hemi-powered Dodge Magnum. Open it up from either end.
There are goals. And then there are goals. The Stanley Cup Finals on ESPN begins Tuesday at 7:30.
Welcome back to the Southwest Airlines Intermission Report.
4-4 and headed to overtime. John Saunders and Barry Melrose. And Barry, one of the things you like about Keith Primo is he's multi-dimensional as a hockey player.
Yeah, and there's not many of us like that, John, I can guarantee you. So when we have one, we should talk about him.
But he's not only multi-dimensional as a hockey player, but as a person overall.
I'm not a golfer. I don't drink beer, so I think I'm the first Canadian hockey player that doesn't drink beer and doesn't golf. I do enjoy fishing, all kinds of fishing. The biggest fish I ever caught was a 100-pound tuna. My arms were tired by the end. I was out with this guy that we tabbed Captain Ron. He just wouldn't let anybody bring the fish in himself. Actually, I was out with Paul Holmgren. I thought he was going to throw him overboard. What it was like in the Primo household. I have two sisters as well. They did as much swimming as Wayne and I did hockey.
And they're going at it. This is unbelievable.
There they go.
First time we played against each other, we got in a fight. I asked him if he wanted to go, and he said, if you want.
And Primo on Primo.
It was more a noogie fight than anything. I immediately called my mother and father on the phone. My dad's laughing on the phone and saying, oh, it's okay, it's part of the game. And in the background, I can hear my mom and my sister yelling at my dad, it's not okay, it's not okay. My parents wanted me to be more diverse than just athletic. I played a lot of different instruments. I tried guitar, drums, and I played trombone in high school. I went through a lot of concerts where I was just sliding the instrument instead of blowing any notes. I've always had a fascination with Mickey Mouse. When I turned professional and I was able to afford my Mickey addiction, that's when I turned it into a collection. I always wondered where my fascination with Mickey Mouse came from, and so one day I asked my mother, she says, when you were an infant, she had done my bedroom up in Mickey Mouse. You know, I have Ron Lee limited edition figurines. My sister hunts through garage sales for old Mickey magazines or whatever she can get her hands on. I've got old watches, I've got magazines, figurines, stuffed animals. My brother didn't want to be left out on the Mickey Mouse collection thing, so he now collects Goofy. If we win the Stanley Cup, I'm going to Disney World. I get my picture taken with Mickey every time I go.
You can see Mickey hoisting the Stanley Cup. Didn't get to do it last year with the Anaheim Mighty Ducks, but this guy has just been tremendous.
Well, we got examples of two guys right now, John, of greatness. And again, I said it before, greatness is not how many goals you score, it's when you score them. You're seeing Primo tonight. When they need a goal, when they need a big play, he gives it to the Philadelphia Flyers. Joel McGinley is doing the exact same thing for Calgary. Whenever Calgary needs a big play, a hit, a fight, a goal, Joel McGinley gives it to him, gives it to the Flames. So we got two great examples of Conn Smythe candidates right now.
And because of Primo, the possibility exists we might see those two guys in the final. It was looking like Tampa Bay until there was about a minute and 50 to go. When we come back, we'll give you a look at Team USA for the World Cup this summer.
Miller Lite has 1/2 the carbs of Bud Light, 1/3 less carbs than Coors Light.
Miller, time.
I'm not done. And Miller Lite has fewer calories than both, while still tasting great.
Miller, time's up.
Furthermore...
Stop speaking, please.
No, you stop speaking. How come you won't let America hear the whole story? Whose pocket are you in?
That's unacceptable.
No, you're unacceptable. This whole thing is a travesty and a sham and a mockery. It's a Travis-shamockery.
No making up words.
Burger-flickle.
Choose great taste that's less filling. Miller, good call.
Evil threatens the existence of man.
Necromongers, they will kill every last human life.
But on June 11th...
It's time to end this world.
The resistance begins.
Are you with me?
You are not the one to bring me down.
If you say so.
Chronicles of Riddick.
How do I get eyes like that?
This film is not yet rated.
Describe the perfect day, Liz.
Well, we're driving to the lake. The kids watch a DVD, and Joe and I have some quality time.
Joe?
Okay, we're barreling along. The Hemi's kicking some serious butt. Then we fish.
Ah, see, you're not traveling in the same vehicle.
The all-new Durango. Big size, smooth ride, Hemi power.
What a quack.
Qualified buyers who finance through Chrysler Financial get an additional $1,000 for a total combined cash allowance of $4,500 on Durango.
This is kind of cool.
Well, I like the zoom, but is it about megapixels?
Or these memory things? Well, it's really about what you're going to use it for.
This is great!
Perfect.
No, for taking pictures of the kids.
For taking pictures of the kids.
Digital made easy. Get no interest for 2 years on select digital cameras and digital camcorders. Thousands of possibilities. Get yours.
Diana Taurasi returns to Connecticut to face Lindsay Whalen and the Sun. The WNBA begins Saturday at 4 Eastern on ABC.
Can you adore me?
Southwest Airlines overtime intermission report. John Saunders and Barry Melrose. And Barry, you've taught me many, many things over the 11 seasons we've worked together, some of them about hockey.
And some are actually useful.
And one of the things that I'll always remember is you say your best players must be your best players, and the Lightning and the Flyers are getting that.
And you know, it's interesting, John, neither one of these guys made Team Canada. That might change by the time the World Cup comes into effect. But you look at LeCavalier, he's playing the best hockey I've ever seen this guy play. He's a leader just like Primo. Primo's just in another world right now, folks. He's maybe right now the best player in the playoffs anybody left.
Neither one made Team Canada, and that shows me that you know what a segue is as well, because we're going to show you Team USA for the World Cup. We're going to start from the goaltenders out.
Really, everyone thought it would be between 4 goaltenders. Mike Dunham's not there. That's a surprise. He was one of the veteran goaltenders. So DiPietro, I would think, would be the #1 guy if he plays well at camp.
And along the blue line, there's some age.
Well, the whole American team, apart from goaltending, John, is an older team. Chelios is on the team, of course. Schneider's playing very well. Rafalski is over 30. Aaron Miller, Ken Klee. Leach is still going to be the guy lugging the mail in the power play. Hatcher is on this team. Don't forget, Hatcher was not picked to the American Olympic team, John.
And for the forwards, again, this is a team for the over 30 bunch.
And don't forget, John LeClair's not in this team. He was the stalwart for the American teams of the past. So there are some changes, but Hull's still there. Madonna's going to be the leader. Smolinski got in there. Dougie Wade, of course. They got lots of offense. They got Blake in there for a little bit of defense. Roenick for energy. Billy Guerin. It's a big team, but again, it's an older team, certainly much older than the Canadian team.
And Langenbrunner, of course, a great two-way player for that team as well, along with Chris Drury. We are headed to overtime, and Keith Primo, the big reason why. From behind the net, the long reach around, beats Javi Bullen and ties the game at 4.
This intermission report brought to you by Southwest Airlines, the official airline of the National Hockey League. Southwest Airlines, a symbol of freedom.
This is a road like no other. This is the road to Omaha, the road to the College World Series. Catch the NCAA Super Regionals with ESPN College Grand Slam on pay-per-view. To order, call DirecTV, Dish Network, or your local cable company.
Hi, I'm Desmond Roberts, president of Advantage Chevrolet. We want to earn your business, and here's why we can't be beat.
Don't miss the Advantage Chevrolet Cost Crusher sale. Factory rebates plus Advantage discounts plus available 0% financing means Cost Crusher savings to you. How about an Impala for just $15,900 or Trailblazer for only $19,900?
See, that's why we can't be beat at Advantage Chevrolet. We're only minutes away at the corner of Joliet and LaGrange Roads in the Countryside Auto Mall. Thank you for your business.
Hi, I'm George Kleppis with Stone City Kitchen and Bath Design Center. Stone City is your single source destination for high-end brands in appliances, cabinetry, faucet, and fixtures. With names like GE Monogram, Sub-Zero, Kohler, Grohe, and Omega. Plus, we have the largest marble and granite selection in the Midwest. Why shop from store to store? Visit our 25,000 square foot showroom. We're open 7 days a week.
Primo got it away to Commander. A shot. And that goal came at 18:11 of the third period. Primo from Commander. And this game goes to overtime. Welcome back, everybody. Along with Bill Clement, Joe Micheletti, and our crew here in Philadelphia. There's the man who, for this series in particular, has just put the Flyers on his back and said, come on along, boys, and enjoy the ride.
Ken Hitchcock was waiting to see who John Tortorella would start here in overtime, and it turns out to be Tortorella's checking line. He still has come with Keith Primo. Forget about holding Keith Primo back to go against Le Cavalier and St. Louis. Let's get this thing won.
Primo won the draw. The next goal wins. If Tampa Bay gets it, they go to the Stanley Cup Finals. Philadelphia gets it. We go back to Tampa for a Game 7. Cleared back up to the point. Janssen sends it back into the corner. Jeremy Roenick. Primo and Gagne out there on this line. Javina reached for it. Got it away to center. Taylor dished off. Heads to the middle. Shot. That one missed on the short side of Panasenko with it. Held in. Sador. Taylor behind the net. Taylor with Janssen on him. Left the puck in the corner. If Panasenkov does battle. Comes back to Malakoff. There are no TV timeouts in overtime. So you watch for the flow. Line changes, they have to be very careful. They don't get that TV break, which you get during the first 3 periods. And that makes a difference. Played into the corner, Recchi the hit, came away with the puck. Recchi left it in the middle, shot got blocked. Cleared out of there, Fedotenko blocked it. Back on side, Kapanen with it, moves it in. Kapanen for the Flyers, trying to get a little room. Can't find it. Lukowicz took him down. Kapanen, though, got up, protected that puck long enough so that Zhamnov could come in and get it. Moved away by Kapanen up the wall. They go to the point. Markov, the big windup. Blocked a bit by Le Cavalier, who heads up ice. Le Cavalier off the wall. Couldn't play it. That's Tampa Bay. Doesn't matter when, doesn't matter the score, doesn't matter the game.
And whenever the puck is coming up one wall, if Le Cavalier is not along that side, he is gone, waiting for somebody to get the puck to him.
It has been the key word for Tampa Bay all year. Go. You ask Tampa Bay what they're all about. Go.
And don't think, just do. John Tortorella undoubtedly reminded his guys of that in the locker room before overtime here. Don't think, just do.
Corey Sarge trying to gun it in. Had it blocked. He holds up Amati so he can't get going. Cleared back the other way, Malakoff to Handzus. Handzus got tied up by Brad Richards.
And the way the refs, I think, have appropriately let these guys fight it out. It's going to have to be manslaughter before a penalty's called.
Leclerc dumped it into the middle. Played off the near side wall. And not out. Handzus chasing Leclerc the puck. Corey Stillman trying to give it away. Leclerc poke checked away by Corey Sarge. For Philadelphia. Leclerc, the shot, blocked again. Rebound shot just went wide. Oh, what a chance down low Jeremy Roenick had. He was right at the post trying to sweep it in. Gets tied up by Pratt. Primo's on the other side. Primo looking, shot right through the paint. Dumped back in. Big surge right here being put on by the Flyers. And Tampa Bay gets it out of the zone. Flyers, Jeremy Roenick has scored the overtime game winner in their only overtime game this playoff year. Primo got the hit on Pratt, who got a stick tied up in the net. Came back near side, behind the net. Gagne dumped it. Jeremy Roenick, center, kicked away. Gagne trying to line it up, couldn't, and got leveled in front of the net. This will be an icing call on the touch. Overtime is underway. Joe Micheletti.
Okay, guys, thanks very much. Bill Clement, you're right on with your analysis. The Flyers are coming out in this overtime. They told their players, let's go out and win this thing. And the way they want to do it is keep that first forward going after the defense of Tampa Bay and force them to move the puck along the boards. Send the other 2 players over there just as
thanks very much. And the Flyers have come out with a mighty forecheck to start this. But this is fine for Tampa Bay as long as they can hold. Because when they break out of the forecheck, they can come down and end the game.
Move back into the zone, straight down the middle. Taylor trying to get to it, could not. After it had been moved in, Fedosenkov and Fedotenkov played an exceptional game, both of them. Into the corner. Lukowicz couldn't get Zhamnov. Zhamnov turned it. Recchi, D are cutting in. Markov is already up front of the net. Commander is shot wide of the net. Rebound, Boyle trying to play it off the back, gets it over to Fedosenkov. He had to turn back to behind the net. Tampa Bay has won 2 overtime games this playoff year. St. Louis and Richards have picked up their game-winning overtime goals. Khabibulin in his career 5 and 4 overtime playoff games in the net, while Esch played his first this year and won. So he's 1-0 in his career playoff overtimes. Dumped back to center. Radovojevic gets tripped, and as you said, Bill, there'll be no calls unless you can't get up. So we're going to see more of that kind of play with it. Each time it happens and is not called, the players are going to try it again one more time later.
I suspect it will have to be a high stick to the face that does damage.
Yep. Move back through center ice. Tampa Bay trying to get it up, could not, as Lecavalier was at center. Now St. Louis over to Lecavalier, but behind him is Gagne blocked. Radovojevic will bring it back in. Radovojevic dumped, great play St. Louis, and then he lost it to Hanzus. A chance at the outside of the net. St. Louis trying to clear Hanzus, another steal. It'll come to Sador. Sador up the wall. Not up yet. Now moved to center as it bounced. St. Louis picks it up, long shift. It's dropped off. Fedotenko, St. Louis held on to it. St. Louis got hauled down. Puck underneath him. Rolled it in. Colby shoveled it.
Call it even now.
Yeah, call it even. Pratt coming back on the touch. That'll be an icing call.
What a stick move by little Marty St. Louis to get loose. But the players know now. And you know what? The worst thing they can do is look at this little stick handle move here to get by Kim Johnson, but he didn't get all the way by him. The players know not to bother. Don't bother complaining about a non-call now. Any waste of energy is a mistake. Any waste of energy.
Keep going. Of the 16 previous overtime games this playoff year, 7 of the 16 were decided in the first 5 minutes. We are 4 seconds away from being 5 minutes into this one. Kapanen will move it out. Dumps it off the near side wall for Recchi. Poke checked away by Pratt. Recchi back for Kapanen. Kapanen turns. Backhander in front. Shot. It's loose in the crease. Recchi trying to get it. Shot. Didn't get it through the pad. Rebound kept away by Khabibulin. Turn back for Zhamnov. They'll have to chase on the near side wall. Zhamnov tied up his man Modine. Good job, got it away to Recchi. They do battle. Modine just shoves the pack against the boards. Recchi came away with a puck. Recchi with Pratt. Recchi turning it. Recchi in front. Shot. Khabibulin again. And Corey Sarge on Kapanen. Play by Zhamnov. Zhamnov just bounced it off sticks to center. Mama. Shots 34-24 in favor of the Flyers. As tense as it can get. Corey Sarge just sends it the length of the ice.
I think Danny Markov's shot hit flat in front. Gracious me, the Flyers came so close to ending this and forcing a Game 7. Sami Kapanen, the little guys on either side of Zhamnov have been so huge so far in this overtime. Recchi, there's the shot right there. Nolan Pratt was on his knees when Markov came in.
Mercy. Into the corner again. Pickanen steps up. That's going to be whistled. I think the clock. Gary Fraser coming over to the scorer's table.
Clearly Ken Hitchcock is not playing for a tie, which you can't do here. Joni Pitkanen, who looked rattled early in the game, is an offensive defenseman and a rookie. Craig Hartsburg trying to settle him down.
The horn went off accidentally or for some reason, and that's why they're checking. Martin St. Louis has had 2 overtime goals that have ended a series. He is one shy of the record held by Martin Jelena with 3 overtime goals that end a playoff series. And he had one of those this season. There you see the offensive zone time go.
Be interesting to see if that 4th line for Tampa plays now in overtime. Remember, they played with the lead in the 3rd period. John Tortorella has used a complete bench this entire game. 3 pairs of defensemen and 4 forward lines. Ken Hitchcock shortened his bench after the halfway point of the game. Dennis Seidenberg has not seen any ice. And Patrick Sharp has not seen much ice.
This delay is Kerry Fraser talking to the officials at the scorer's table about the clock. The horn went off for some reason, and
I wonder if they were, there's a point that Randy makes up here with us, if they were checking to see if a puck had gone in on a wraparound chance. But you know that they're checking that all the time upstairs anyway.
And you don't stop play for that.
No, but if there's a whistle, you can let them know that they're checking so that the puck doesn't go back into play.
Yep. I thought there, though, the play that was already underway, and then the horn went off.
He just said replay upstairs. That's exactly what they're doing. Kerry Fraser is in a stall mode here.
They're looking to see whether or not in that scramble down in front of Hobby Bullen, whether that puck ever got in the net.
Take a look here. I think it might have been on the wraparound chance. Nope, nothing going.
It didn't go in. We keep playing. Comes to Taylor on the near side. What an awful way that would be to end the game.
Oh. It would be incredibly anticlimactic the way this game has gone. We need something dramatic to end it.
Taylor taken down by Picton. There's Leclaire. Leclaire got it up to Hanzus. He had a hit coming and got knocked down. Tarasenko centered up the shot, deflected near side, turned Lukovich, just missed.
Oh, Esch fell down. He caught a blade. He caught an edge and went down.
Back in behind the net, Anderchuk tied it up. Anderchuk helping to hold it in, got pinned up against the wall by Hanzus. Cleared away to Leclaire at center. John Leclaire, Radivojevic on the right. Radivojevic, he centers. That one goes wide. Leclaire was trying to redirect, and he had a Fedosenkov with him. Centering pass blocked. Boyle rams it off the glass and out to center. They've got to get back on side. Lost it straight down the middle. Shot on net. Wide. What a chance Taylor had. Rebound held in. Lecavalier with a big move. Lecavalier dropped it in the corner. Taylor center. Center was shot, and he missed it on the short side. Sador guns it. Tried to. It got blocked. Primo will move it out. Primo back. Primo leaves it near side. Gagne. Gagne chance, and a save made by Hobby Bullen.
Little extra by Keith Primo. He whacked at the gloves of Hobby Bullen. Kubina went to say something to him. But you can forget about grudges. You can forget about the tried and true traditions of protecting your goalie. Don't waste any energy here, boys. You could be around for a while. Watch Primo with the whack. Little love tap, really.
Playoff overtime goals are so hard to get. The likes of Gordie Howe, Mark Messier, Mario Lemieux never had them. Never. When you get them, you live with it for a long time. Enjoy. Kubina cleared it near side. Primo knocked it away. Primo held up against the wall. He and Sador dancing again. He heads to the net. Blocked. Good play. Played in behind the net. Pavel Kubina. He blocked Jeremy Roenick because Roenick heard Primo hollering. Gagne brings it back in. That's a delayed offside. Dingman, Primo, collide, Kubina. Now there'll be no whistle. Everything waved off here as he got it back to center anyway. Sador guns it in. Ash able to kick it away to the corner. Markov with Richards moving up. Kubina blocking that wraparound chance, so he sent it off the wall. Kapanen moves it out as he started those skates going. Into the corner, Zhamnov trapped there first. Corey Sarge off the dasher. Sarge sends it up the middle. Dangerous pass. Comes all the way down to Robert Esch. Esch drops it off. Philadelphia trying to get a Game 7 with a win. Two-line pass. Tampa Bay a win, and they go to the finals against Calgary.
Tampa Bay Lightning 2 overtime wins this season in the playoffs. First one was against the New York Islanders. That was Martin St. Louis. That sent the Islanders packing. Then Brad Richards against the Montreal Canadiens. The two that eliminated teams, one by St. Louis and the last one by Richards.
Jeremy Roenick has picked up 4 playoff overtime goals in his career. Joe Sakic and Rocket Richard tied for first with 6. And behind the net, St. Louis dropped it off to Lecavalier, went by him. Tony Amati. Sarge steps up, gunned it off the near side. Turn around, St. Louis, partially blocked by Malakoff, and then cleared out of there by Hanzus. Dumped away at center. Hanzus intercepted, lost it, sent in. Lecavalier off the board. Johnson gets in front of it. Lecavalier poke checked away by Johnson. Tony Amati. Amati turned it back on the right side. They got Radivojevic. Hanzus will move it in. Hanzus pinned up by Boyle, taken down by Boyle. St. Louis, LeCavalier are out there together. LeCavalier on the right, back to St. Louis to LeCavalier. His shot off the blocker, punched up off the glass. Lukovic stepped up to hold it in for Tampa Bay. He's got the skate on it against the wall. Primo freed it up. Radovojevic goes wide with it. Tony Amati. Boyle in front of him. Amati. Partially blocked and wide. Primo back behind the net for Amati. Amati to the point. Markov. He sends it even deeper. There's Primo. Boyle reaching in. Primo one-arms it to the front. Shot, blocked, rebound. Deflected away. Javi Bulin was off balance. And the shot got blocked out in front again by Sador. Cleared out of the zone. Here comes the Cavalier. It's offside.
Banging on the door. But can't get it done. Keith Primo with his strength. That changed directions on the way. A Tampa Bay defenseman had lost his stick, and Jeremy Roenick tried to drift it out front. But the long reach of Keith Primo is underrated. Lukovic had lost his stick. Jeremy Roenick had the rebound opportunity. The pretty stuff is never there against Tampa Bay because they collapse 5 people down low. You just got to try to jump into the blender and play the game.
Recchi dumped it in. Hard to the corner. Kubina, Recchi, Modine. Recchi with a puck. Recchi turning it up the near side boards. Knocked away to the point. Janssen. There's Anderchuk going down on the ice, trying to clear it out of the zone. Could not do it. Back into the middle. Malakoff shot blocked. He held his man up. Malakoff was not going to let anybody start up ice. That would have been a Afanasenkov on the go. Sammy Kapanen tried to center Recchi, who was coming. Afanasenkov looking. He comes to the red. The blue and into the zone. Trying to get around Janssen. Could not do it. Janssen able to play it. Malakoff's got it. Malakoff the little dish. Both teams want a line change here. Kapanen will send it in. Javi Bulin. 39-26. The shots in favor of the Flyers. Game tied at 4-4. More than midway through this first overtime. With a game and a series that just has been better with each shift.
And Gary, a real incredible pace here in the first overtime period. Hardly any whistles. You almost don't have time to catch your breath on the bench before you're tapped on the shoulder and it's your turn.
And those line changes, as we talked about, you've got to be careful with them. Because you've got to make them on the fly. Laid around the far side by Fedotenko. He got tied up to the point. Trying to hit Richards, who was cutting. Hanzus gets there ahead of him. Dumped it at center. Leclerc a little tip. Tampa Bay gets back on side. Sweet pass blocked by Hanzus. Turned out 2-on-1 chance. In Roenick with Leclerc. Roenick pop checked away by Sador. Sador reached in and poked it away. They come the other way. Roenick's in front of the net. Gagne. Backhand shot. Saved by Javi Bulin. And Pratt was down in front to help block it.
Oh, gracious me. I don't know what Jeremy Roenick was waiting for. That's his shot. High to the short side. He loves it.
Pass that one up. Janssen back into the middle. Offside. They're a two-liner.
Gagne was offside. Boy, the Flyers have had their chances and can't get it done. This was the play right there. Jeremy Roenick looked like he was going to fire. I think Daryl Sador might have gambled a bit and it paid off. Then this move, beautiful move by Simon Gagne to get to the front. You got to know he was trying to get the puck up into the air, but he just didn't get it high enough to get it over Javi Bulin's pad.
Wow. Now they are cleaning the ice. This is a new rule instituted during this year's playoffs. Once the first 10 minutes has gone by, the next whistle, they allow the cleaners to come out and get the loose ice off. Previous to this season, that did not happen. In fact, early on in this playoff year, it didn't happen, and a puck got stuck.
It's a great rule.
In the ice.
It's a good rule. It doesn't hurt anybody. One shovel halfway through each overtime period after the 10-minute mark. Jeremy Roenick still shaking his head.
5-zip the chances in favor of the Flyers in the OT. It is still 4-4.
This is as good a time as any to mention that if there's a Game 7, we'll be there Saturday at 7 Eastern.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Third back up to Taylor. Taylor moves it ahead. Guns it in. Calgary sitting, watching, going, boys, why don't you just play all night? Dumped off the near side wall. In behind the net, Kubina. Zhamnov with a hit. Freed it up. Cleared out of the zone to center as Anderchuk reached in to get it. Back forward is Kim Janssen. Janssen off the near side, waiting for a line change here. Sammy Kapanen picks it up. Kapanen moves it in. Handzus, boy, has he played a lot tonight. Handzus behind the net, couldn't get it. Recchi did, back for Handzus. Handzus coming over to get it. Goes on top. Commander leaves it off the far side. Shot deflected. Ooh, that was close. Handzus was cutting, and that was a pass to him on the right wing. Dingman kicking away. Had it stolen by Tony Amati. Restolen. Anderchuk just gets it out of there. And Commander drops it back. LeCavalier, Fedotenko, 2 goals each. Primo, 2 goals and an assist. Gagne, Kapanen, the other ones for the Flyers. Anderchuk, St. Louis, couple of assists in the game. Touched up for an icing call.
In case you missed the goal that tied this game and forced overtime, we happen to have it for you. With under 2 minutes to go, Keith Primo had a puck glance off his toe, go through the crease, and he beat Javi Bulin to the puck on the other side of the net.
Primo, who didn't exactly guarantee a win tonight, came pretty close to it when he said, I got my bags packed, we're going back to Tampa. Now Tampa Bay with 7:17 to go here in this first overtime have used their 30-second timeout.
He's really got to be trying to settle his guys down here because the Flyers have had so many opportunities to win this game in the first overtime. This is about calming down, playing the way we play, do the things we do best. Don't panic. Keep it simple.
Those of you who have been watching the NBA game, welcome. We are in Philadelphia. Gary Thorne, Bill Clement, Joe Micheletti, and our crew. This game is tied at 4-4. We are in the first overtime. 7:17 to go in it. A tremendous game. Tampa Bay looking to move to the finals with a win. Philadelphia with a win would create a game 7. Jeremy Roenick trying to center. Had it behind the net. He gets pinned up. Anderchuk wouldn't let him go by. Primo moved in, put the hit on, but Afanasenko controlled the puck against the wall. They do battle. Corey Sarge reaching in for Tampa Bay, number 21, trying to dig it out. Primo got it. Primo won that battle, and he has won a ton of those. Back to the point. Malakoff skates to the middle. Shot blocked. Sador looking into the middle again. Tampa Bay's got a 3-on-2 chance. Here comes Taylor. Taylor down. Taylor shot. Save. Kick to the near side is Esch. Moved up, cut the angle. Comes away to center. Radivojevic leaves it. Primo's on the left side. Gagne in. Gagne wrister save. Javi Bulin.
Simon Gagne's got to be tired of blackening up the lightning bolt on the chest of Nikolai Javi Bulin. There are puck marks all over it. He's hit him in the chest about 5 times tonight. He had a play open up here. Looked like the defenseman was going to take him. When he didn't, that was Brad Lukowicz. He left him, and that left him time for a shot. But he drifted that one right at Javi Bulin.
Off this face-off, just wide. Opportunity there, John Leclerc, Handzus, and Radivojevic. Handzus to the point, not out of there yet. Deflected into the middle. Modine off the near side for Tampa Bay. Can't get there. Markov plays it. Markov got it across ice. Leclerc looking for Handzus. Coming out to play at Javi Bulin. Dangerous territory. Had Lukowicz up there, quickly spun around to Modine. Modine off the wall. Long cross ice. Brad Richards trying to get it over. St. Louis, Commander on him. St. Louis with the puck. Leclerc came in to help. Richards there for Tampa Bay. St. Louis will take a face-off. The officials want it moved. Not going to give it to him. Modine's got it. Modine, a shot blocked. And cleared out of the zone onto the benches. Leclerc blocked it.
Another reminder, if there's a Game 7, that is if. We will be there. It'll be Saturday, 7 o'clock on ESPN2, 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific. It's going to get better and better, folks, if there is a Game 7. Right now, we've got more hockey here. I don't know. The Flyers have had their chances. If I'm sitting on the Flyers bench, you know what I'm saying? All Tampa needs is one chance.
Off the near side boards. We see it happen so often in overtime. Leclerc, one team dominates the play and the other gets the goal. Leclerc battling, turning. Leclerc trying to center. Deflected and a shot ended up on net by Wall. Wow, what a chance for Lecavalier that time. That one not moved out. Turned back into the middle. Hope check. Gavino couldn't get it. Recchi trying to clear. Furious in front of the net. Kapanen moves it in. Kapanen, the dot. Backhander wide. Over to get it, Zhamnov. Zhamnov leaves it. Corey Sard sent it to length of the ice. It will be an icing call. Johnson just floats back there, not wanting to use any energy.
With nobody chasing you, you got to conserve energy. You don't know how long you're going to be here. Vincent Lecavalier with some powerful play here. Malakoff hacking him, whacking him, cross-checking him, and still he was able to twist and turn away and just about able to tee up a big scoring chance.
Lecavalier and Richards both have 4 goals in this series. Denis Lecavalier, a couple tonight, back to the point. Markov, a chance, a save! Nikolai Khabibulin with the left pad. Jeremy Roenick gets leveled as he tried to go into the middle, and Dave Anderchuk was there. Roenick right back up. Markov holds it in over Anderchuk's head. Gagne going to the corner. He's got Kubiner all over him. Roenick, the puck. Roenick tried to center. Block. Sador got it out of there. Back comes Afanasenkov into the middle. Lost control of that puck. Philadelphia, 4:24 to go in this first OT. Anderchuk stole it. Sador in his own end. Clears it. Odin couldn't get it into the zone. The player came right into his jersey that time. Here comes Markov. Got it down the middle. Poke checked away. Whistled on the offside. And Jesus didn't think so.
Who have been the big gunners and the big lines in this hockey game? They don't like to call the Flyers, obviously. The Lecavalier line with St. Louis and Fedotenko. 4 goals and 2 assists in this hockey game.
Off the draw at center, Lukovic. Back to him on the near side. And Lukovic looking into the middle. Had to go up the wall of Modine. Richards cutting. Shot wide of the net off Kim Johnson. Got back behind the net. Tied up by Jesus. Modine came over to get it. Loose stick. That's a Tampa Bay player's stick. Seaback went right by it, and it's cleared out of the zone. And icing, no. Won't get there. Lukovic, hard wrap around to the near side. Tony Amani held it in. Still loose in the corner. Good play by Amani to keep this alive in the zone. Leclerc battling. Zhamnov missed it. Tamander at the other point. Tamander sends it back for Leclerc. Leclerc behind the net. Leclerc trying to get it. What a battle in front. Leclerc comes to the front. Shoots it off the side of the net. Tony Amani. Amani centered it right behind Leclerc. Amani looks like he's got about as good a set of wheels going as anybody right now. Richards up. Richards left it in the middle. Shot just wide. Almost redirected by Fedotenko, who was looking for a hat trick. Bounce back to Markov behind the net. 2:58 to go in the OT. St. Louis following Markov across ice. Ended up turning that puck over with Dingman. Dingman to Lecavalier. Shot, save! Ash! Batted away. Lecavalier behind the net again. He centered it. Couldn't get it to St. Louis. Good play by Recchi. Recchi moves it out. Dingman knocked it down. St. Louis right back. St. Louis in. Backhand side. What a poke check. Markov. Corey Sarge leaves it. Near side. Pratt shot. Ripped it. He had to go over 2 Flyers who went down on the ice. Tamander and Recchi both were laying there. Pratt's got to play it.
Boy, I'll tell you what, you got to slap the puck to get it over the goal line.
Onside, Corey Sarge sends it into the netting.
Gosh, this is good. It simply does not get much better than this, folks. Vincent Lecavalier with a 2-on-1 decided to shoot Robert Esch, his biggest save of the overtime. He hasn't been tested very much. And then Pratt having to get the puck over 2 Flyers, and he did. But in the process, he also got it over the net.
Recchi and Tamander just laying there. Poke checked away again at center ice off Jeremy Roenick. This one will be played in. Afanasenkov. Johnson got back. Rode him right into the wall. Primo being held up by Taylor. Alcott pokes it around the boards for Gagne. Gagne, a little tip pass. Johnson will bring it up. Johnson the flip, trying to get it into the corner. Went off Kubina's stick. Jeremy Roenick and Kubina collide. Roenick still with it. Gets it away to Gagne. Gagne for Roenick. Lets it go. Primo. Primo draws it. Side of the net. Roenick shot. Oh, score! Simon Gagne! We've got a game 7!
the chest with this one. Primo with the dish that went off a stick. Roenick trying to wrap around that went right. I mean right to the tape here of Gagne. Two caroms that went the Flyers' way. And Simon Gagne has ended game 6. Off a skate, off another skate, to the back of the net for Simon Gagne.
The series holds true. Win, lose, win, lose, win. This game will now go to Game 7 in Tampa Bay. Our final here, the Flyers win it by a score of 5-4. For those of you on ESPN, Sports Center's coming up. We'll finish here on ESPN2. The goal at 18-18, Gagne's first of the series, his 4th of the playoffs from Roenick and Primo in OT. And for just the 11th time ever, a best-of-7 series where each team has won alternating games will go to a Game 7. 5-4 the final. We will have Game 7 coming up Saturday night, 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific, ESPN2. And someone will go to the finals from that game. For Bill Clement, Joe Micheletti, and all of our crew here in Philadelphia, I'm Gary Thorne. Hope you enjoyed this as much as we enjoyed bringing it to you. Flyers win it, overtime, 5-4. Let's go to NHL Tonight.
We live another day. You're going to need a bigger boat. Alongside Chicken Parm and Mufasa, I'm John Butchergoss. Welcome to
Tin Cup.
Welcome to NHL Tonight. What a game it was. The Flyers have survived. They get to a Game 7. And let's review how it happened in a classic Game 6 in Philadelphia. Dave Andreychuk, would he get his team to the final and take on the Calgary Flames? Keith Primo's boys looking to force a Game 7. Lightning strike early. Vincent Lecavalier. Boy, World Cup this. Twisted wrister, 1-0 Boltre.
Lecavalier's really matured and come into his own in the playoffs here. Seidenberg, who's in the lineup, just his second game, turns the puck over. Lecavalier's off to the races, 2-on-1. Quick release, Robert Esche, no chance.
Flyers strike back later. Primo, nice play to Gagne out of midair, Barry. Sheer skill.
Change the line. Primo was put with Gagne and Roenick to get these two guys going. Neither one had scored a goal in the series right off the bat. Gagne is rewarded by playing with Primo and gets his first goal. 4th goal of the playoffs. Meanwhile, Primo upends Pat Boyle there. Still in the first. Lightning turnover. Sador with an awful pass, and Malakoff with his head up makes a beautiful play to Primo to make it 2-1 Fly Guys, right?
I can only call this a brain lock by Sador and a beautiful pass by Malakoff. When things go right, they go right. Primo doesn't get great wood on it, but he still puts it away.
Oh, Zhamnov, no glove, but the stick missed the open hand.
Why do you think he was slashed?
Yeah, he just missed it. He was trying to get there.
I like it. Second period. Flyers still up 2-1. 4-on-4 hockey. Vinny. Holy shnikey, what a blast. Gungula, nothing but net.
Well, it looks like that goal that he scored in the game before this, a long shot to hit the water bottle. This is a heavy shot. When you see a goaltender get a piece of a puck and still go through him, that's what we call a heavy shot in the hockey world.
2-2, second period, winding down. Kapanen beats Habibulin. 3-2 Flyers, Ray.
Zhamnov makes a nice pass here. Lukowicz throws a puck in the middle of the ice. Zhamnov makes a nice dish to Kapanen. But this is a terrible goal that Habibulin has to stop. He's not done that very often.
But the Bolts will answer. Andreychuk will feed Fedotenko, who gets it by Esche. The former Flyer ties the 3. His 7th goal of the playoffs.
Look at San Luis on the wall. Great forecheck and great strength on his stick. Presence of mind to cycle the puck. Now right here, Fedotenko loses his coverage right in the slot. He should be picked up at a great shot.
3-3 game. Second period winding down. And guess what? Check out Fedotenko's reaction. It's like, is this happening to me? I can't believe this. What a pass by Andreychuk, Ray.
If Fedotenko starts the play and gets it behind the net, he gets lost. Now look at Andreychuk use this 35-foot reach. Perfect pass, and he beats Esche up top again. Both of Fedotenko's goals up top over Esche.
Third period, Tampa Bay can smell the Stanley Cup final. Habibulin, the nice save on a Zhamnov backhander. Whoa, Rudy Poo, Lecavalier on Markov, then knocks on Malakoff. Flyers got to get a hero. They need someone to make a play, and it's Primo who kicks it to himself, ready to tie the game.
What a surprise that it's Primo. The puck comes back to the point. Look, it hits off his foot. A lucky bounce, but Primo stays with it and puts it in the net to tie it up. Just a minute 50, Tampa Bay away from tying it up.
Then in overtime, late in overtime, the Roenick, Gagne, Primo line was outstanding, and Simon Gagne scored the first goal of the game for the Flyers, and he scores the last goal of the game. Primo to Roenick to Gagne, and the Flyers have forced a Game 7.
I think Ken Hitchcock will keep that line together for the next game here on, you guys, for all 4 goals for the Philadelphia Flyers.
So there it is. The Flyers have forced a Game 7. It will be right here on ESPN2 Saturday night, 7 o'clock Eastern time. Keep in mind that Tampa Bay was 30-0-2 during the regular season, and they're 8-0 in the playoffs when Brad Richards gets a point. But he's held in check in this one, and the Flyers, again, are winners, and we'll have a Game 7 on Saturday. Well, alternating wins and losses, the first 6 games since 1994. Well, these boys have joined the list, and who will win Game 7 in Tampa Bay on Saturday? Boy, you got to hand to Robert Eschberry. This guy has been questioned all year long. Would he have the mettle to perform in the playoffs? And he saved the Flyers in overtime. He has really helped them get to a Game 7.
And he gave up a softie tonight. That one by Cavalier was a rocket, but he got a piece of it. In the NHL, if a goaltender gets a piece of it, he's going to stop most of those shots. So I love to see that kid battle. I love to see the way he returned. LeCavalier walked in with about 3 minutes left in OT. Vintage LeCavalier up over the shoulder. He was trying to get Esch got a piece of it. I thought it was spectacular. Right here, you're going to see Cabina and Sador. They played against Primo all night long. They played well. They played hard. They're both big. They're both strong. But nobody can handle Primo one-on-one in the NHL. I don't think there's a defenseman that skates well enough. I don't think there's a defenseman that's strong enough to handle Primo. He just wears you down. He just keeps coming at you. And putting Roenick and Gagne with them, put 2 fast guys with Primo, put 2 guys that can finish. Roenick is a physical player. He gets in and forechecks. He bangs. So you got 2 guys banging. And Gagne's got great size, a great skater, and obviously tonight a great finisher. So, Ray, I thought those 2 guys really fit Primo probably better than Leclerc being with him.
Yeah, and they really have to find a way in Game 7 to stop Primo, because he's been the entire story for Philadelphia. Tampa Bay had put themselves in a position to win this game, largely on the fact that they have great skill of LeCavalier and St. Louis, but they also have a lot of grit in their lineup. And when Tampa Bay plays well, they play with some firmness away from the puck. They take the body, they clear away the front of the net. Early in the first period, watch this play on the penalty kill. This is Kubina on the ice. He uses his stick to great positioning here, and they're able to clear the puck out the Lightning are. And on this goal here, St. Louis is the smallest player in the series. He stays with this puck, knocks it away from Recchi, outmuscles Kapanen for the puck, gets it behind the net to Dave Andreychuk, who gets it out top, and Fedotenko puts it away. Late in the game, Khabibulin turns this puck over, and look at Nolan Pratt sliding along the ice and making a block to save the game at that point for Tampa Bay. But the Lightning, as the game went on, they seemed to get a little sloppy with their coverage. As hard as they played, they turned the puck over in the middle of the ice. We saw Lukowicz do it on the goal by Kapanen. Tampa Bay has to be far more protective of the puck in the dangerous areas of the ice in Game 7. They're a minute 50 away from putting this series away and going to the Stanley Cup. They have to regroup in the next couple of days.
And so we will force a Game 7 on Saturday night. And, Barry, this is why, though, the Bolts were Eastern Conference champions. It's why they were #1, to get Game 7 at home. And even though, as we know, home ice means not a lot in the playoffs, it does in Game 7s.
Yeah, it does, but I really believe the team that wins OT in Game 6 has a huge advantage going into Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay's down right now. They knew they lost this game in the 3rd period when they quit attacking Philadelphia, let Philadelphia just keep coming and scoring chance after scoring chance, and finally Primo kicked it in. So that's a down team right now. That's a team that's beaten a little bit, Ray. They got to pick themselves up on the plane ride home tonight.
And I had a chance to talk to Jay Feaster and John Tortorella during the season, and they told me there will never be a team that sits back. They will never be a team that traps. And somewhere in that 3rd period, Tampa Bay lost their attack, as you mentioned. They didn't push the pace of play. They let Philadelphia carry everything to them. And going to Game 7, I know you have to be cautious and you have to protect the puck. But if you do not push the pace of play, if you're Tampa Bay, you're playing into the Flyers' hands and you'll be in trouble.
And we saw Coach John Tortorella take the timeout in overtime, trying to tell his team, we're okay, we're fine, play our game.
That was a great move because right after that is when Tampa Bay started having scoring chances. They had nothing up to then. Philadelphia dominated OT. Game could have ended certainly within the first 2 or 3 minutes of OT, but as soon as he called the timeout, settled them down, they started chipping the puck by at the blue line because Philadelphia stands up so well, and then they got the puck in deep, and that's when the turnovers were created. But a little too late. They should have been attacking from the first whistle of the third period. They wouldn't have went into OT.
I'm really interested to see how the goaltenders will match up in this 7th game. I mean, for Robert Esch's first year in the playoffs, he's going to get another test. He passed this Game 6 test, and Javi Bulin has done very well in the playoffs, but now it comes to Game 7, and he has to be the backstop for a young Tampa Bay team.
All right, well, we have much more to come. We'll talk more on Game 7 here from some of the heroes in tonight's Game 6 coming up later on NHL Tonight. Also coming up on NHL Tonight, we come back, we begin the process of unveiling the NHL Tonight top 10 players of all time. We've done 90 so